With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams, or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. Live from Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio, this is the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel as we swivel inside the press box here at Marlington High School. We start in the dark, and now here we are in the light. I am Nathan Smee. We have Bryce Fisher to my right, and then Daniel Clark, who is on the call with me tonight, off to his right as well. Gentlemen, our penultimate game of the regular season, game number 11. We're already surpassing the number of weeks that have been played, as this is week number 8. But an exciting finale to our time in Stark County. I'm excited for this one. It's M&M.
Yeah, I think it's a really good one tonight. I think it's a evenly matched matchup, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Bryce on that. It's an even matchup. Both teams are looking to get another dub this week as they came off a loss last week. So, they have to go into this game just prepared to win.
And the best place to start with these teams is, well, their last matchup, both of which were losses. Starting with Minerva and Salem, a game that we were at 48-17. You had those back-to-back kick return for touchdowns. Minerva able to get into the red zone on their first 3 drives of the game. But overall, Salem was the better team that night. Cletus Monroy, he was on top of his game. Very close to 200 yards total in the air. I mean, I don't know what else you say other than Salem just outperformed Minerva on the night.
Yeah, I think Salem was just able to do anything they really pleased. And I think Minerva got a little bit too predictable in the second half offensively, and Salem was able to react easily on defense.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Salem honestly had a good chance at beating that team even before the game started. Minerva really didn't have too much leg room to try to get up once Minerva scored 3 times right in their face. So we'll have to see what Minerva does tonight.
And going back to last week, the big thing was those failed drives inside the red zone, and beyond that, the passing game. You had one really nice pass to Nate Linkus. In and out of the red basket, fell in the end zone, incomplete turnover on downs, excellent in the flats. He was great for Salem. Minerva, they were just coming off of that West Branch game, and that 1-week skid turned into a 2-week skid pretty quick, and now their goal is to rebuild against another team trying to salvage their season. Marlington, a 1% chance
of making the playoffs. You got to win 2 of your last 3 to have any mathematical shot. Last week did not go to plan, just like Minerva, a beating at the hands of West Branch, but that one a little bit worse, 63-0, and to go beyond that, it was 49-0 with 5:30 left to go in the first half. I mean, we know how good West Branch is, but I don't think we expected that.
No.
Yeah, that's explosive, and honestly, their D-line was almost a turnstile there, just letting anyone go through, not really checking anyone. So they have to be better on the defensive front tonight if they want to have a chance to play a good quality game against Minerva.
Yeah, and West Branch just has a lot of good players. They have a lot of D1 recruits already. So just kind of comparing the two teams, it was honestly unevenly matched. But Marlington always show a way where they can get on top if they really wanted to. I know they're a run-heavy team. So tonight they're going to have to go against a defense that's able to stop a run-heavy team. But if they put the ball in the air, then I think things may change.
And beyond that, Cameron Evans, that was the first game that he missed. He has an arm injury. He is out for the rest of the season. We did catch up with him before going on air today. He says his rehab is going good. He is out of the sling. I believe he said in the next 3 weeks he goes back and can hopefully start PT. He is hoping to be back for league play in basketball, which obviously that was a big concern. He is the heartbeat of that basketball team. But for football, how big of a miss is he as you look at his receiving numbers, you look at his defensive numbers, at least offensively, the best player they had. And even on defense, you can make an argument that he was their number 1 guy.
Yeah, it's huge. When you lose a piece like that, it hurts really bad. You think back to 2 years ago with Travis Hunter being lost in that Colorado State game for Colorado. It hurt them both defensively and offensively. It was difficult for them to find someone to replace those reps. So that's what Marlington has to do tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I have no words. I agree.
And looking at our final game that we are going to talk about from last week, a game that I was at, a game that both of you missed. DC obviously not making that trip up to Cleveland. Bryce, you were enjoying some good Ohio State football, which, albeit Ohio State won, was a bigger discrepancy than the game that we were at. I believe that was 42-3 for Ohio State.
Yes.
35-0 CBCA over Holy Name was the scoreline that we had Saturday night. We see Wing T quite often with Minerva, but the way that CBCA runs it with so many passes from Charlie Levac, chef's kiss. That offense is great, and as we said on Saturday night, if CBCA is playing at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium this December, they would not look out of place at all. You look at the teams that they have to go up against to get there, it would be probably Buckeye, Tip City, Tippecanoe, and I think if Baden's in their region, there's somebody else, but it's those teams. Actually, no, Waterson's the last one in there, so hypothetically, Tip City, Tippecanoe, Waterson, Buckeye, and them in the Final Four. And that also means they have to get past Canfield as well.
Yeah, I think CVCA reminds me of Minerva with an expanded playbook, essentially. Obviously, they have a little bit more talent, but in terms of their offensive schemes, I just think it's a bigger open playbook for the passing game.
Yeah, most definitely. Whenever you're running a wing T and you're able to incorporate the passing game into it, it's almost unstoppable, especially when you have good players at the offensive line position, and then you have another good tight end that's able to catch the ball, and he's able to run the ball up the field with getting if you're able to get hit, get touched, and then get up the field and still produce yards, then you have a really, really good spread.
I think we have a good basis for the teams that we are seeing tonight, but obviously we want to take it a step further, and that is what segment number 2 is going to do. When we return from our break, we're going to take a deeper dive into both Minerva and Marlington football as we toss things back down to the field to see warm-ups. 41 minutes until kickoff, and your time locally in Alliance, Ohio is 6:18 p.m., and you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Welcome back to Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio, as you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Back up inside the press box as we enter the lights and we enter the frame of our faces. I am Nathan Smee, Bryce Fisher off to my right, and you go one step further, Daniel Clark, who is on the call with me this evening. Gentlemen, we talked about last week for these teams, but let's take it a step further, starting with these Minerva Lions, the guys on the road tonight. They've lost their last 2 games after starting 4-1, now 4-3, most likely out of playoff contention. But my question is, what would a win for them tonight mean, as they haven't won in the EBC Conference in a long time, and beyond that, they have not beaten Marlington since October 7th, 2011.
I think it's pride. It's all going to be pride-based, especially because it's been 2013 since the last time they had a winning season. This gets them one step closer with that Carrollton game still on the schedule.
Yeah, most definitely. I think if you have a team and you're going up against a team like Marlington where you know that they're going to ground pound all game and they're limited to the amount of people that they have to throw to and the amount of people throwing, you just have to play a tight up-close zone. And Minerva is able to do that. Minerva is able to stop the run game. They're able to kind of use their defensive line to their advantage, let them take up gaps and have their linebackers kind of flow to each and either side of the field. So one thing Minerva just has to get down is just making sure their linebackers are flowing to each side of the field, because Marlington is running out and they keep on hitting the sidelines. Minerva's just going to have to get used to that.
And then looking beyond that at just this season as a whole, 496 in their last 10 seasons. I mean, let that sink in for a second. And as you said, a lot of this is pride, and the pride of getting to that 500 point and just doubling your win tally from the last 10 seasons. But the running backs, that's the heart and soul of this team. Eventually, the wear and tear is going to catch up to them. We've talked about Timmy Kirkpatrick. He gets the ball a ton. I think last week 25 times. Link has got it 12 times on the ground. You can only get hit so many times, DC. You know that, as unfortunately your football career with injuries was cut short. Same with J-Rod. Both of you were linemen, but the hits, it still catches up to you eventually. How do you manage not only their health tonight, but also just their grit and grind? You look at Nate Linkus. He's done with football in a couple of games. As we talked to his brother Parker, he wants to be a track star, and he could potentially go to a Youngstown State. But as for Timmy Kirkpatrick, he has 2 more years to bring Minerva back to their old glory.
Yeah, I think, first of all, you got to get a little bit more pass into these concepts. You have to be willing to spread these guys out and not force them the ball every single time. Obviously, you know they're your 2 best players, but you have to give them a chance to breathe and make sure they still look nice and clean after the game.
Yeah, most definitely. And another way to keep them nice and clean is just having that offensive line, and since it's a wing T, having that tight end go out and really, hustle and make sure they get to the people that they need to block. Your coach always tells you in practice, you're the most important person on the field, and he's talking to all 11 players. So everybody has to make sure they get to their keys Everybody has to make sure that they get to their blocks. Everybody has to make sure they run the right routes, especially for Minerva. You know, I faced 2 knee injuries going through my career, so I know how crucial that can be. You just have to keep on going. I think that Minerva just has to play every single player as much as possible for this game to go in their favor. If they don't, and they start to lose those type of players, they start to lose that type of anticipation for the players to actually go out there and do good, then that's when they can actually make a change.
And speaking of those passing concepts, we saw Cannon Kirkpatrick at practice this week throwing the ball a lot. J-Ron, I'm sure behind the camera you can toss over any information you have. What do you see from that? Don't know? I mean, we talked about this. We saw this and sat there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they did a lot of screen plays. They were going off the pass a lot. Their line was actually blocking pretty good, obviously, from a lineman aspect. I was watching that more than the quarterback. But yeah, getting the nice passes going, nice jump passes through. I think they're going to have a pretty passive offense again.
Nice job on the spot there. I'm really happy with that. Good job,
Yeah,
J-Rod.
most definitely. And if you did not hear exactly what J-Rod just said, he said they had a lot of different passes with the screen game. On the ground game is pretty tight. But I mean, I like exactly what J-Rod had to say with the screen game and whatnot.
Yeah, I'd love them to utilize the screen game. Just get quick, easy, quick hitters. Get other guys involved other than Linkus and Kirkpatrick.
And I'll tell you what, speaking of getting guys involved, we got to get J-Rod on the mic at one of these points. I mean, that sounded pretty smooth.
Yeah, it did.
I'm impressed.
Elegant speaker.
I should have
Eloquent. Eloquent.
Eloquent.
Eloquent means you speak nicely.
Yes.
It's ironic that you had that.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
This is not Grammarly. This is not English class, as this is a live broadcast. As I joke, there's a reason why I don't have pen and paper for these games. I have a mic and a prayer for a lot of it. But we'll have some information coming out in the next couple of weeks to show that that prayer is warranted and backed up by people other than my inner circle. Looking forward to making that announcement once I actually can, as the information was told to me today, but I don't think I can say anything for a couple of games. And at this point, a couple of weeks as the games are dying down. But looking at these Marlington Dukes, 3-4 on the year. Evanich, he is down and out now. How do you work without him as a group? Obviously, a lot of great players on this team. You look at the roster and you see the size of these kids. You can say, okay, they can play bully ball and win that way. But how do you bring that out as a game plan?
You got to give the effort that he was giving. So you need 10 guys on the field to give the effort of one guy. Give the extra effort. So everyone should be at 110% to make up for what he's missing on these few games.
And we're not perfect at math either.
No.
Yeah, 110% from every other guy on the field. Losing a guy like that, man, that's awful on the game plan going into the game, like especially a game like this where, man, you really wanted that guy to be able to throw down at least 100 yards. You know, and I feel like that's very much possible for either team at this point. You know, all they have to do is just keep on running the ball. We're gonna see who wins this game by who has the best O-line.
And I would have to agree with that. Looking beyond Cam Evanich, 1% chance of the playoffs. How do you keep that dream alive tonight on homecoming? As you look down at the field, we have some old-fashioned cars. Are those some Corvettes down there?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. How do you keep it alive and go with that old-time Corvette mentality?
I want Ty Waldner to be throwing it to his Corvette, Cole Jones, all tonight. I want him to be slinging the rock, getting him involved early, maybe letting it rip downfield a few times.
Yeah, just like he said, man, you got to have that Corvette mentality. You just got to go. You got to go fast. I mean, if you want to show off and you want to have people just look at you and look at what you've done, make sure you're running that ball in style. Make sure you're running the ball with people right behind you that are saying, yeah, I just blocked for this dude, and now he's going off for a 40-yard run.
And looking beyond that, I think it is best epitomized by the inscription Kareem Hunt put on a helmet at my local card shop, 101 Sports Cards. And that name and kind of annotation would be Corvette. And the final score, I believe, 49-37 of the 2020 playoff game. 101 Sports Cards in Strongsville. Make sure you go there and check out that helmet. That's been there for a long time. Got national attention, and thank goodness our shop is still there. Time locally as we toss things right back down to the field at 6:29 p.m. Homecoming court is starting, but we will step aside here on our pregame show. Gentlemen, somehow in some way, like a phoenix out of the ashes, I'm back in it. And we'll see how much further I can get back to first place. Only down by 2 now. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Once again, time locally now 6:30 as you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Welcome back to Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio, as you are watching the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Time to do something a little bit nifty here, ladies and gentlemen. You see on your screen the homecoming court, and hopefully in a moment here we will have an extra camera to get back on us. So as that is happening and as we have the lights on, gentlemen, it is time for our pregame predictions. 15 games to predict once again. We go to the leaderboard here. Cam, he is in last place, 50 and 55. Then you go up to second place. Gabe and I are tied 56-49, 56-49. The fan votes in first place. I mean, the fan vote has been great so far, 58 and 47. Gentlemen, your thoughts on those standings?
If you would include me in there, I think I have one of the best winning percentages. I'm also impressed that you're no longer the bottom feeder.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Smee is definitely out the hole. I can't even laugh about that anymore. It's serious now. He's kind of... Yeah, he's kind of.
You all laughed at me.
Spot.
Who's laughing now?
I'm not laughing. Ha ha.
Ha ha.
They ain't right back though.
But going to this week's predictions, who do we go with first? Do we go and get our slackers, if you will, Gabe and Cam, out of the way?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go straight down the list for Cam and then Gabe. Starting with Cam, McKinley over Lake, CVCA over NDCL, Holy Name over EC, Girard over Poland, Green over Louisville, Hoover over Perry, Brunswick over Medina, Mid-Park over Olmsted Falls, Warren JFK over Canton Central, Hoban over Glenville, West Branch over Alliance, Avon Lake over Ridgeville, Norwayne over Dalton. Woo, a big one there. Mansfield Senior over Worcester, and Tiffin Columbian over Bellevue. Then you go on over to Mr. Gabe Koza, and I'm hoping not to see too many that are the same. He has McKinley, CBCA, Holy Name, Poland, and his words, no ain't no sorry to Girard. That's his comment to the Indians. Green, Perry, Brunswick, Mid-Park, Warren JFK, Hoban, West Branch, Avon Lake, Norwayne, Mansfield, Tiffin, Columbian. That is his line of predictions. Game number 1, Big McKinley, Canton McKinley against Uniontown Lake. We go to the fan vote. McKinley wins the fan vote. I agree. The Pups get the win. Gentlemen, who do you guys have?
I have McKinley in that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab McKinley.
Game number 2, CBCA and NDCL. I am going with the Royals. The fan vote also going with CBCA. Who do you two have?
They're going to have a great year in baseball, and I think they're going to have a great year in football as well. I'm finishing out with CBCA.
Yeah, me too. CBCA.
And I feel like that statement could have worked for either team in that example, as NDCL, they have a lot of top talents there. Game number 3, Holy Name versus Elyria Catholic. Holy Name wins the fan vote. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do it. Give me Elyria Catholic.
And give me the Namers and JMO.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Holy Name on that one.
If they do make some changes from last week, they do have a shot. I just, in good faith, can't predict them. They have not scored yet in conference play, and that's really what's getting at me. I hope they win. I hope I'm wrong. Hand over heart, I hope I'm wrong. But I'm looking at this from what we saw last week. I think EC just has more in that regard. Then you go over to game number 4, Girard and Poland. I am going with Girard. The fan vote going with Poland to interrupt the Indians' undefeated season. Gentlemen, who do you guys have?
It's really tough to go in undefeated, so I got Poland in that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stick with Gerard.
Yeah, going with Girard there. I like it. What are we doing, handshake?
Got to do the handshake.
Fist bump there, just well? Do a little bit of both? Boom.
That was horrible.
I'm not lone wolf in there. I'm happy about that. Next game, Louisville and Green. The fan vote goes with Louisville, and I am going with Louisville. I wanted to go with Green, but anytime I go with Green, they don't win. Yeah. So that means Tyson Honka's going to throw for 600 yards tonight and win.
Yeah, I'm going with Louisville as well, which means Honka's going to go for 600.
So I'm always going to go with the winning team, so I'm going to go with Green.
Oh. Stat line prediction for Tyson Honka?
I mean, at least plus 200.
Okay. Going on the conservative side of that number. Game number 6, Hoover and Perry. I am going with North Canton Hoover. I kind of thought I went with Perry initially. The fan vote also going with Hoover. Gentlemen, who do you guys have? And I know you have some comments for both teams.
I spent this whole season dissing Hoover. Sorry, Perry Panthers. I'm sorry, Cooper back there, but I got to go Hoover tonight.
See, I don't like the diss on my boy Cooper, and just for that, I'm going to go Perry.
So you don't want to show up to Raider Zone then if you don't want to diss on Cooper?
Oh, no, I'm getting on that show. I'm getting on that show. Sideline reporter.
The rage bait. Are we going to rage bait him?
I can't rage bait Cooper. He'll come right back at me.
I'll do it.
He's a professional rage baiter. One thing about Cooper, he's a professional rage baiter. He can get to you.
He'll have some comments for us after this one is on, I am sure. Next up, Brunswick and Medina. The fan vote is going with the Wick. I am also going with the Wick. Who do you guys have?
I saw a random person get stung by a bee
Oh, no,
earlier
not
today.
again.
So I am going with Medina Bees.
You did this last time.
I'm going to go with the Bees, too.
Oh, no.
I'm going with Medina on this one.
I'm with the fans, and that's not a bad spot to be. Not a bad spot to be with the fans. Game number 8, Olmsted Falls and Berea Mid-Park. Give me the Bulldogs over Mid-Park. As for the fan vote, they are also going with Olmsted Falls.
I don't really like Olmsted Falls, so give me Berea Mid-Park.
I think the last time I was here, I picked Olmsted Falls, so I'm going to stay with them.
Jack Harlow has spoken along with Daniel Clark, it appears.
Jack Harlow.
Next up, Canton Central and Warren JFK. The fan vote says the Crusaders get their first win of the season. Do I agree? Not so fast. Give me Warren JFK.
Not so fast. I say give me Canton Central Catholic.
I don't want to go with the triple C's on this one. I'm going to go ahead and go Warren JFK, baby.
So did we all go back and forth there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. I mean, it's a house divided pretty much.
It is. Tonight is feeling like one.
And this could be another point of separation. Hoban and Glenville. The fan vote is going with Hoban. I am going with Hoban. Who do you guys have?
I have Braden Feaster and the boys with Hoban.
Yeah,
Feaster.
4 for Hoban.
Feaster. What a running back and wrestler as well. I mean, ooh.
Number 1 in the nation in his weight class, I believe.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't his dad like the coach at St. V's?
Something along those lines.
Just incredible athletic family. I got to cover Hoban a good amount during their playoff run that saw them make the state championship game back in 2023. Next up, it's a big one down the road in Beloit, Alliance and West Branch. The fan vote is going with Alliance. And once again, my Aviators, I'm sorry, man. I got to go with West Branch tonight.
You know, I circled West Branch. I've been sitting here. I'm feeling a big-time upset. Give me Alliance tonight.
Yeah, I'm also feeling a big-time upset. I think Alliance has a lot of keys on defense to where they can stop West Branch's offense. As long as they are able to stop the run game within their tight, short pass games, I think Alliance can get that dub. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Alliance.
I will say this in overtime. in
I don't know.
overtime?
I don't think it'll be in overtime. I think it'll be a close game in the fourth quarter, and the Lions will just come out on top. West Branch gets a little tired. You know, they get a little lethargic.
Are we saying they're on par then with Canfield?
No.
I never said that. Yeah, I never said that.
That's the only team that's beaten them this season, so that's why we have to throw that question out there.
I never said they were on par, but I feel like they have the keys to win.
Okay, I understand that then. I see where you're coming from there. Number 12, North Ridgeville, Avon Lake. I am going with North Ridgeville. The fan vote, they're going to go sailing and go with the Shoremen.
Give me North Ridgeville in that one.
Yeah, I'm going North Ridgeville.
Next up, we have a tie. Dalton and Norwayne, 27-27. And my dad is the last one who's voting here. And he is going with Norwayne. Funnily enough, I am going with Dalton.
Yeah, I'm going with Dalton. I've driven through there hundreds of times on my way to Columbus, so I'm going with them. They've got a great little diner out there. It's really good ice cream.
It seems like we got a little family feud going on here at SmeeSports. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Dalton.
But I'll tell you what, if Norwayne does lose that game, he just made where the fans have one less on me then. But if they win, then he made where they have one more on. So we'll see. I see him tomorrow, so we're going to see how that greeting goes there, as if it's a good one or it's one that puts me back in the basement with Cam.
You never know.
You never know. That's why we do these predictions, and that's why we're all around 500, except you guys. You're probably thinking you're 80-0 over here or something like that. So
I'm 37-23. I'm dealing.
yeah, we're not putting you on there. We're ignoring that. We're ignoring that sample size right there. Second to last game, Mansfield and Worcester Senior in the battle of somebody has to win this season. 0-7, 0-7. I saw Mansfield Senior play back in 2022. I said the TY Tigers get the win. Get that right. It's the TY Tigers, not the TI Tigers. They are very particular about that one, and the fan vote does agree.
Yeah, stepbrother Odin Sombrio over there at Mansfield Senior. They're going to get the win.
Yeah, no family relation, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Mansfield Senior.
Oh, no. And then the last one. Okay, let's bring it back in a little bit. Tiffin Columbian and Bellevue, the fan vote. Once again, my dad pushes it over the line in favor of Tiffin Columbian. As for me, I am going with Tiffin Columbian. They beat the Namers enough for me to know you don't bet against them.
I'm going against the Smee family. I'm going for Bellevue.
Yeah, I like what Smee said. You only go against this team. I'm going to go Tiffin Columbian.
And then to wrap things up for our pregame show, it's time to talk about some keys to victory, gentlemen. Marlington, they are 7-point favorites tonight, so we're going to start with them. And DC, I know your favorite color allegedly is red. We still have to fact check that one with Gronk and all those other AI sources. But
Ask Gronk.
Bryce, I'll give it to you. What are Marlington's keys to victory tonight?
They have to stop the run early. You got to force Minerva into the third and long situations where they have to pass. That's where they struggle, obviously, in passing downs. Offensively, you can't have turnovers, and they need Corvette Cole to get a deep ball tonight.
Yeah.
Corvette Cole, I like it.
I like that name, yeah.
I like it. I
That's
like
the
it.
nickname.
Ride in on Corvette, get your nickname.
On the spot, yeah. On the spot, got the nickname.
We got Maserati Marv, and we got Corvette Cole.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then looking at Minerva, DC, once again, we still do have to fact check it. Your favorite color is red.
No, my favorite color is red. There's no fact check to that. It's an opinion.
How did the Lions win tonight?
Not like he said, but most definitely just keep the run game going. Hand it off to your best players and wait until they get tired. I think this is one of those games where you just have to keep grounding and pound. J.R. Jackson is definitely going to be one of those guys where he's going to be looked at in Alliance tonight. I think he's going to be one of those guys. Yo.
He's not even playing here.
Yeah, I know. We got a big shout out tonight. We got a little bit of a big shout out tonight. J.R. Jackson, I hope you're doing good over there in Beloit. But yeah, Minerva, keep the run game going. Make sure your offensive line stays strong. The trainers with the water tonight has to be just amazing because last game they did have a few problems with the cramps. I know y'all remember that. Remember that? Y'all
You can't be giving me the trainers as a key to victory, man. You can't be
I
giving
got
that to
to.
me.
I got to because last game they weren't. I mean, it seems like they could have been doing the job a little bit better, making sure the players are really hydrated. So that's another key to a victory: staying hydrated. I know I'm from Texas, man. So like hydration is a key part to football. It's like, dude, it's 101 when you're practicing, and then it's 110 on the field because of that turf. So like, I know you don't have to worry about that here, but obviously it was a problem last week. So yeah, stay hydrated. Make sure your offensive line is going strong, and keep that run game going.
Death, taxes, DC making an outrageous claim, J.R. Jackson, and basketball. 5 guarantees in life, or the last 3 guarantees on a SmeeSports broadcast. Somehow, in some way, something gets brought up. But as well, we have one more thing to bring up today. I don't have a cake. I don't have a candle. I got nothing for you. You're getting coal in your stocking for your birthday today. But Bryce is a year older.
Oh, it's your birthday today, bro. I didn't even know.
So happy birthday to Bryce.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brycey. Happy birthday to you.
And I do have one final gift for your Bryce. J-Rod, hand him off the sideline camera. That's the final gift we got for you today.
He's getting kicked out the booth.
All right, Bryce, we'll see you later. Thank you for joining us for pregame. Once again, happy birthday. Glad to have you with us today. And oh no, he rips up his prediction sheets. But Bryce, always a pleasure to have him in the box and always does a great job on the sideline. So we're excited to get to see him down there today. As we know, he is going to do a great job. But DC, it's our time to shine. 14 minutes and 40 seconds until kickoff. I'm excited for this one. Maybe the biggest game outside of, obviously, Alliance and West Branch in the area tonight. A lot on the line. A lot of powerful things potentially happening for both teams with a big victory in this M&M EBC battle. As this has been the SmeeSports Pregame Show on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. In around 14 minutes, we will have kickoff and full video and commentary coverage of this EBC matchup. DC, looking forward to this call.
Yes, sir. I'm very much looking forward to this call and looking forward to this band about to play the Star Spangled Banner. So let's get it on, man.
And we'll let them take over here at Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio. Here they come on their homecoming night. It is the Marlington Dukes. They want a big win tonight over the Minerva Lions to keep their playoff hopes alive. This is OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
And there's another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Live from Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio, this is OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. It's two of our guys on the field today. Here come the other bunch, led out by Nate Linkus. It is the 4-3 Minerva Lions. But to give ourselves a formal introduction, he's DC Daniel Clark, and I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. There's our scoreboard. We're all ready to go. We have our camera cantilevered out the window. What's not to love? It's Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, it's Friday Night Lights, Friday Night Tykes, baby. And we're getting right back to it. Great to be right back on the station with you, Smee. It's always nice to be here. God bless everyone who is listening as well.
Amen to that. Marlington, a pregame prayer before the game. We did miss that, but that's an awesome tradition. But speaking of these two teams, as we like to call them, M&M, the two M's inside the Eastern Buckeye Conference, who has the upper hand tonight? Obviously Minerva, the better record, but homecoming, that gives you an extra boost to win.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I always say at the Minerva home games, there's just a feel to the crowd right now and energy. You see all the pink at the bottom of the stands to my right. Right now we're looking at the band coming through for the Marlington Dukes. I think they have a great opportunity to win on their homecoming night, especially playing Minerva. You know, it's just a real evenly matched team for both. I think Marlington has the upper hand, and they had a lot of kids coming out of Corvettes before the game even started. And I know that gives you an incredible feeling before the game starts. I would have loved to come out of a Corvette before my game started and hopped right on the field just like they did. So I think that's also amazing.
I'm sorry, DC, I'm not providing any such experience for you up here in the press box.
Well, no, but you never know. You never know. We might start coming to these mugs in a 2025 Ram.
What kind of budget do you think I'm working with, DC?
50 grand on the half of 1022.
I don't know about that one, DC, but I like where your mind's at. A big guy to look at tonight. It is the starting quarterback for the Marlington Dukes. You look at Tyler Walter, the freshman, a good year so far, 1,150 yards on the season. How does he get hot in this matchup, and what does he have to do to win?
Honestly, I feel like he's not going to do too much this game. I feel like he's going to hand the ball off a lot. I feel like we're going to see a lot of ground and pound from the Marlington Dukes. And if he is able to, he's got to just get to those short passes, get to those 10 5-yard routes that are just going to happen quick. And if he can do that, get the ball out of his hand quick, they're going to see a lot of progression going up the field.
And all of Cam Evanich's 30 receptions, 571 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Inactive tonight. He broke his arm at Carrollton a few weeks ago. He is out for the rest of the season. Hopefully not at all during the basketball campaign, but he is a big loss. We've talked about it a lot in pregame. But if you're Minerva, how relieved are you that you don't have to game plan for maybe the most dynamic player in the conference outside of maybe J.R. Jackson and Gavin Gregory?
Yeah, if you're a Minerva.
And JT.
Oh, and JT, baby. If you're Minerva's coaching staff right now, you're just leaping with joy that you don't have to face one of their best players. So obviously this game is just going to go a little bit farther in your direction because then you have to game plan for everything else that they can do. But like I said, Marlington is a ground and pound team. So they don't really have too many options of passing the ball at least far, getting to a lot of deeper routes and whatnot. So Minerva has a really good chance of stopping their running game early on in the game.
Well, time locally in Alliance, Ohio is right on the dot, 7 p.m. We've had pregame, we've had homecoming, we've had our pregame, and we have given Bryce Fisher his birthday present, a.k.a. the sideline camera, which is on your screen right now. All that is left to happen here tonight is some OHSAA and some EBC football. We're glad you're with us live here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. The Dukes, they are ready to send this one away. And with one boot, we are off to the races at the Dukes Stadium in Alliance. Minerva will return the opening kick, and they will have great field position. Owen Schick loose on the far side before stumbling down past the 45. And one play in, we have a flag.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was able to kind of get to the left. He started going to the right a little bit, immediately changed path and go to the left. He saw 3 blockers right ahead of him, and he was able to just bounce off of one's butt, then get right past the 40 before he tripped up. I don't even think he really got tackled. He got touched, but he just tripped up, and there was a flag on the play. So we're going to see which way this one goes.
And we'll watch this one back. Yeah, he just kind of stumbled, but a good return for Owen Schick. He was on our preview graphic for this game for a reason. And looking at the kicker, Talon Siders, we saw him last night for the Marlington Dukes boys soccer team. Talon, a top talent for Coach Clayton Cowgill. A great year for them. I mean, 12-1-4. That is absurd. That the number 2 seed in their district, number 9 seed overall in Division III. We'll talk more about soccer when the time comes, but it's first down and 10 here for the Minerva Lions. A wing T offense led by Zach Slates, the first-year head coach. It's a handoff for Timmy Kirkpatrick to get things underway, and he will push his way towards the 40-yard line. A solid pickup of 4 on the play for Minerva.
Yeah, that was a solid pickup. Honestly, I think a nice little 4-yard gain right there. I saw number 56 kind of getting gritty with number 50 for Marlington Dukes. Minerva 56, Marlington Dukes 50. He was able to just push somebody right off the line. And like I said earlier, this is going to be a battle of the O-line. So anything like that, anything getting to that course of action of just pushing people off of the line of scrimmage and getting your running back more yards just by that, that's who's going to win this game.
And we like to talk a lot about it here on SME Sports. Staying ahead of the sticks with a gain of 5 on the play officially. You do just that. Once again, it is Timmy Kirkpatrick inside the hashes, and he will get maybe 2, and that'll set up 3rd down and 3, but still a manageable spot for this wing T offense.
Yeah, most definitely. Nate Linkus out there with a nice little side block. He honestly missed the first dude, but the first dude didn't have anything to do with the tackle, so he got lucky right there. Came up and he blocked the safety, and the safety would have made the tackle, but you had an extra middle linebacker come through and make that tackle right there. Good play by defense.
First big play of the game for either team. 3rd down and 3 for Minerva. They got to get the ball to the 45-yard line, their own 45, that is. It'll be Kirkpatrick in the shotgun for the first time today. The freshman still looking for his first touchdown pass of the season. It is Kirkpatrick on the sweep play. He has the first down, and he has more on the far side. He is at the 30, fighting through some defenders, and he will be finally tossed out of bounds. A big first down for Timmy Kirkpatrick and the Minerva Lions.
Yeah, so if you watch that play back, really quickly, you'll start to understand that you've seen the offensive line start to wash down. The linebacker starts to crash. They should have never moved the outside linebacker up because he accidentally hit the wrong hole, which allowed the running back to go out and hit the left, and they pulled 2 blockers too. So when you have a scheme like that, you have other people getting washed down. The running back was able to pull left with and behind his blockers. You're going to see a run just like that.
And on top of that, DC, you look at Timmy Kirkpatrick. He is the catalyst for this team. That sweep play, though, created by Nate Linkus with his blocking out in front. Once again, handoff for the Minerva Lions, as you would expect. And Kirkpatrick will dive towards the red zone, getting just to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, 4 runs, 4 positive plays. Minerva's looking really, really good right now in the beginning of the first quarter. Honestly, offensive line is also looking pretty straight right now. They're able to just keep getting the push up front. I mean, that's exactly what you want. As an offensive line coach, you have to be happy with these first 4 plays.
And I would say that they are very happy with how this matchup has gone so far. Minerva just pushing their way up the field, and a lot of that is led by Timmy Kirkpatrick heading into play tonight. 768 yards on the season. That is a team high for these Minerva Lions. Double motion on 2nd down. There's some miscommunication. A flag is down. It's a good run for the Lions. The ball is loose inside the end zone, and Marlington picks it up. I think the penalty is on Minerva, and we will see if they do give the ball up to Marlington in the end.
Yeah, it seemed like Minerva actually went offsides right there. So I think they're going to get an offsides call. You never know. It could be going back because of the Dukes. We're going to go ahead and listen to the refs right now.
I was thinking some kind of illegal procedure based on when they threw the flag, and based on the reaction, it is possession Marlington.
Yeah, Marlington has to be really, really careful right there. Their defense let up a lot of yards within the first 5 plays, especially on that play right there. He got to the 10-yard line. It just unfortunately had a flag. So you said illegal procedure. I definitely saw that coming as well, not just the offsides call, but you just have to be careful and precautious about what you're doing with your linebackers at the Marlington defense. I mean, you can't let people just flow to a different side that the ball is going to, and you have to follow your pullers when you're at the linebacker position. So if you're not following your pullers, one wrong step can mean you're not following your pullers. And that's what happened when they were back here behind the 50.
And here comes the Marlington Duke offense, led out by their freshman quarterback, Tyler Walder. 31 carries on the year, 42 yards, but in the air, 84 for 140, 1149, 9 tutties, and 8 interceptions. Obviously, 5 of those passing touchdowns going to Cam Evanich, but a good pass on 1st down and 10, and they will immediately move the sticks.
Yeah, that was a really, really good pass. Honestly, I did not see Marlington Dukes coming out passing the ball. Short pass straight to the close side receiver. So if they can keep doing stuff like that, they keep up the small passing game because they got a good amount of yardage right there. 1st down, Marlington Dukes right now, crazy enough, started the game with a pass. I just talked to the coach. He said they're going to start a game with a run. So obviously they're throwing out tricks right now.
Bamboozled 15 yards on the play for, as we called him in pregame, Corvette Cole Jones. 1st down and 10, the first handoff of the night. And it is a solid gain up to about the 42-yard line. A solid pickup there by the running back, Blaze Horn, the sophomore.
Yeah. And like I said, man, a lot of pulls, a lot of good blocking by the guards. If they're able to keep on coming towards the sideline like they just were, 2 plays towards the sideline, unfortunately, Minerva is not able to stop that because they have people in the field. Their defense is a field pro defense. So anybody that's in the field, which is anybody that's closer towards their sideline marks, that's the people who are supposed to be making the play.
So 2nd down and 5, rolling out to the right. The pass is caught in stride. It's another 1st down for the Marlington Dukes. Excellent catch by Austin Ring, the sophomore.
Yeah, 2 runs, 2 passes, and 2 first downs. So Marlington is off to a really, really good start. Both teams are actually off to a really good start. Their defense is what is going to carry this game, I'm guessing. Smee actually said something to me while we were driving up here. This may be a high-scoring game. by both of these teams. So we're gonna have to see what they can do, what they can keep up as the game goes on.
And I'm impressed with Tyler Walder so far. Very comfortable in the pocket so far.
Yeah, very, very comfortable in the pocket. 2 great passes. The second one better than the first, even though the first one was also really, really good.
So first down and 10, ball spotted at the 49-yard line. It's a late pitch to Horn. There's a flag, but that play will take Marlington into Minerva territory, barring the laundry. We do have to assess it. It could be, once again, some kind of illegal procedure, as that was thrown really quick.
Yeah, it was thrown really quick. He kind of tricked everybody with the pitch, but he had the ball right in his hands in the position to throw the pitch, and it does look like Marlington is going back because of that. So ball in the hands, looking like you're going to throw a pitch. As a linebacker, you should be able to just sit there and see if he makes that play, because your defensive line should be rushing the quarterback, which was exactly what was happening in that moment. Your safeties, they have to stay back, because if he pitches that ball and your linebackers miss that tackle, you can let him get at least 6 to 7 yards, but then you want to crash and get that play.
I mean, back in the day, DC, going back to the old days of college football, that's what they called speed option.
Yeah.
A great video game, but going back to Blaze Horn, a running back not listed as a starter today by Coach Cardinal, but he is getting a lot of first-team reps. Screen pass incomplete, just too high for Williamson in the flats.
Yeah, number 17, just a small drop. I think he could have caught that ball, but he was honestly lucky that he did drop it. Number 23 for Minerva crashed down really, really fast. That's Skylar Lab for you. And he could have just blew him up right there. So he kind of got lucky that he dropped that pass. But you do want to catch that, because he was above the line of scrimmage. So definitely have to keep on watching passes like that. You got to keep on hitting that guy, though. He looked like he got speed. He looks like he is able to just get up. And he was shifty for the first few routes that I saw him.
So second down and 20. They need to get all the way down to the 41 of Minerva, standing at their own 39. A nice little jet sweep here for the Marlington Dukes. Out in stride, it's Williamson, and he will take it into Minerva territory, officially down at the 48.
Yeah, like I said, man, you want to just keep on hitting that guy. You want to keep on hitting that guy as much as possible, because he's able to just keep on coming down towards the sideline. That was a great handoff right there. Marlington also does a lot of movement within both of their schemes on offense and defense. I know they're not on defense right now, but I did see them moving on the defensive line. I wanted to point it out earlier, but I just couldn't, because they got the ball. They recovered a fumble, so they're doing really, really good right now.
It's a great play call there by the OC, but still third down and 7. They got to get the ball down to the 41-yard line here. A trips right set. Driving back to throw his pass over the middle. It is caught. It's another perfect pass by Walder, and another first down for the Marlington Dukes.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 right now by Walder. Doing pretty good right now. Honestly, if we keep seeing him throw the ball and keep getting yards like that, that was a 15-yard play. So he's able to get a 15-yard play off the pass, another 6-yard play off of a short pass, and then he's able to hand the ball off on an out play. He's looking good right now.
Do you want some information that is very intriguing here?
Yes. Give it to us, man.
Austin Ring, he's caught the ball twice today, correct?
Yeah.
Before tonight, 1 reception, 9 yards.
Already doubled his reception. Doubled his reception count.
Up to 3 now on the year. First down and 10. Walder rolling out to his left. Has to throw. It is incomplete off the hands of his running back, Blaze Horn.
Yeah. Blaze Horn right there just unfortunately dropped the pass right above him. He was going to get attacked. Like I said, man, sometimes these guys get in positions to where if they do catch the ball, they have to be ready for that hit. And he was in the air when he tried to catch the ball. He came down and was able to put a little shoulder down, but without the ball in his hands. So I think if they keep on doing stuff to where they're getting up the field, they're progressing, and they're getting farther up the field, using their quarterback, letting him get comfortable in the pocket. That's a freshman right there we're talking about as well. He's a freshman quarterback, and he's already looking very comfortable in the pocket. It's week 8. He should be comfortable, and he is. So it's looking good right now.
And a lot of field still to go. They've been looking great, but it feels like they should be a lot further than the 33 of Minerva here. But it is second down and 10. Handoff, Horn on the right side, and he will be spun down right past the line of scrimmage. Now on the late read, it looks like maybe a loss, but it looks like now upon further review, null and void, moot point. It's third down and 10. What a stop there by the Minerva Lions. I believe number 72 in on the tackle, Sean Scott.
Yeah, that was all defensive line flow state. Just a plethora of Minerva Lions just going towards the ball and exactly reading the play right. Like I said, man, when you have your linebackers that are able to flow and read those pullers correctly, your defensive line goes with it. They cover gaps, they hold those gaps, and then your running back, he doesn't really have anywhere to go. So he has to make a choice and an option, and he just couldn't right there.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Marlington Dukes. They need a big play here from Walter. Now rolling out to his left. He will take the shot. Wide open, Duke. Pass is incomplete. And Owen Schick sets a perfect pick right off of his back.
Yeah, just great defense. Honestly, just great defense. Noticing that your wide receiver is looking for the ball and just putting your body right in front where the ball is supposed to be. The pass was low, so the wide receiver couldn't really come up because Owen Schick was just right there in his face. Good play by Owen Schick.
I mean, we talk about using your head, but that's using your back.
Yeah, use his back, use his full body. That's what a coach wants from a football player, somebody who's able to use his body in the right manner to make a play.
You got to get the ball down to the 23 on 4th down and 10. Doubles left set up for the Marlington Dukes. A good chance here for Marlington. He is going to take it himself. Walter running for his life. A flag is down in the secondary. He is taken down short. But could this be some kind of holding deep into Minerva territory?
I think that's exactly what I saw, but a good run by the quarterback, Tyler Walder. He's going off right now. He is honestly going off. He had a lot of open space, and he took it to advantage. Minerva defense right now, their defensive line is really starting to go through the offensive line for Marlington. Honestly, if we keep seeing stuff like that, it's going to be a structured game to where they're going to keep passing the ball and passing the ball quickly.
They wave it. So it is going to be a 1st down for the Minerva Lions. They do get their stop. And as they do, we will step aside real quick for a word from our sponsors. 5:03 left to go in the first. No score on Smee Sports.
No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Quick back to the action after the switching of possession, and whoa, what a flag throw!
Yeah, a little sidearm action from the ref right there. It might be a old MLB player from that throw. Pretty impressive.
But the stat are sage here. 4:57 left to go in the first quarter. No score as you are watching OHSAA football on Smee Sports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. All of the different sponsors and presenters today, DC. It's a great day. It's M&M. And so far, both defenses coming up with a big stop. As for Marlington, a forced fumble. And looking at the Minerva Lions, a forced 4th down stop where they tackled Walter in stride, maybe 2 or 3 yards away from the line to gain.
Yeah, they waved the first one, but this one was real. And now they're going back. It's still 1st down, though.
So 1st down and I believe 9, they're going to say. Once again, it's Kirkpatrick on the far side. He has the 1st down, lowers his shoulder, and just runs through a tunnel of Dukes.
Yeah, little Cam Scatbo action right there. I saw him lower his head, and he didn't even hit anybody. He went straight through. It looked like he put a little fear in the Marlington Dukes' heart. He's able to just go through somebody right now. I think he's been watching. I think he watched the game yesterday. I think he watched a little bit of that NFL game yesterday and he got a definitely, he might be looking for a sponsor at this point.
I was about to say, Timmy Kirkpatrick looked a lot like Cam Scatabo on that run. That's not a bad thing. Low center of gravity, good grit and grind, and all of a sudden, Minerva is down to the 48 of Marlington. 1st down and 10. It is Kirkpatrick slipping through a couple of defenders and being forced to the ground at the 46. Still a pickup of a couple. But you saw the way that Marlington addressed him. They knew where the ball was going, and they made adjustments right away. That's a great sign of a good defense.
Most definitely. And we see a lot of these defensive linemen getting pushed back by Minerva right now. If they can stay up and stand their ground and do a little bit better with getting some push right on the line of scrimmage, then this game is going to turn into a whole different game. It might be an air raid game.
And something else to note, we haven't called his name yet. Caden Dine, he was listed as the starting running back and Mike linebacker before the game today. I think he's on the field, but no offensive touches yet. Misdirection here for the Minerva Lions. It's another good run for Lane Hawk, but he is pile driven behind the line of scrimmage, but forward progress gives him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, You saw number 56 right there hit his gap exactly where he needed to be. He was on the outside gap. A linebacker came down right on the C gap. He was able to make the play right there, and that's exactly what coaches would teach you. When I was playing defense at Mount Union, that's exactly what the coach would teach you. We have a penny outside linebacker, and he was able to just sit there and make sure he gets his hand on that tackle when he comes out. Once the tackle turns his hips, you got your linebacker coming right out, and the running back is going to meet you in that gap. So it's just on you to make that tackle, and he did.
Is that what Chris Jacoby would teach you?
That's exactly what Chris Jacoby would put on a card and make you read it before you go to every class.
3rd down and 7, and a timeout has been called. And we will follow suit here. 3:04 left to go in the first quarter. No score on SmeeSports as we will step aside to hear a word from our glorious broadcast sponsors.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Welcome back to Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio. 3:04 left to go in the first. No score on SmeeSports. A good game so far. The defense is telling the story, but Timmy Kirkpatrick, Minerva getting some momentum, but they have to keep it as last drive they had the momentum, and then a fumble ended any chance they had to score on their opening possession. So here it is, 3rd down and 7. Misdirection once again. This time it is going to be Skylar Lab. Lab is loose across the 30, and he will be spun down at around the 26-yard line. A big pickup by Lab, and it's a 1st down for the Minerva Lions.
Yeah, amazing run by Lab right there. He was able to just hit a gap that opened up by the offensive line. You're going to see how big this gap is that he was able to hit, and he was able to just keep going after he got hit. He got touched, and he just kept going. He's so free that it just looked like where was the defense at? They were kind of scattered out, and I didn't even see like a scheme that they should have been scattered out at.
And back to the action we go. 1st down and 10. Handoff. It's Timmy Kirkpatrick bouncing outside the hashes, cutting it back up. There's a flag deep in the backfield, but Timmy Kirkpatrick down past the 10. But it is time to address the laundry as this one could be coming back.
Yeah, if you have a slow-mo on this replay, you should do it for me one time just to show how that Minerva Lions just got that push right up front. And I was just, that's just so incredible. As an old offensive lineman, seeing that type of push right up front, your running back has to be the most happy player playing Friday Night Football today.
And now the most sad is that is holding.
That was a holding, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful hold. That's what an offensive line coach would call a beautiful hold, because those are ones where the ref might not be looking at you. He might not be paying attention to you at all, so you get that play right in your pocket, and that's something after the game.
And DC, you saw it on the far side. We have somebody taking pictures with their flash on.
Oh yeah, that's a no-no. That's a big no-no. So anybody who's doing sports photography, no flash.
No flash photography allowed at these events. 1st down and 20 for the Minerva Lions at the 37 of Marlington. It's Lab once again, and Skylar is going to hit a brick wall at around the 35. Maybe a pickup of 2 on the play if they're generous. But going back to your slow-mo cam, my dad's the one who usually figures out a lot of these technical advances. I'm sure he hears that, and then the wheels start turning. Or B, he knows that he has to figure that out now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an additive to the live stream. You know, it's always something that I think that a lot of people, they just enjoy that type of stuff. But for us, it enables us to break down the play a lot easier, a lot slower, but keep the live stream moving at the same pace.
I mean, I have 32 buttons now on my stream deck. What's one more button to press in this whole gallery of them?
That's a whole new stream deck.
2nd down and 19. Kirkpatrick to throw. He has Schick over the top. Pass is caught. What a catch by Owen Schick. And he is down inside the 5.
Oh, my gosh. What a catch. What a catch. I told you, man. Go to the air raid. Last play, you saw the running back. He was able to bounce outside. He took the inside route. Coach Pye said, hey, you need to hit your gaps, because if you hit your gaps, they'll set that up for the next play, and that's exactly what just happened. Air raid deep down the field, 20-yard pass, probably 20-yard plus right there. Now they're in the red zone.
That connection has been building all season. First down and goal for the Minerva Lions. It is Kirkpatrick getting the handoff from Cannon Kirkpatrick, and he is down just shy of the goal line. And it'll be a second down and goal.
We might see a little bit of tush and push action right here. And you know the Eagles did 4 tush and push plays last night, so I think you never know.
That's NFL brain rot right there at this point.
Well, we got to get a shout out to Nick Sirianni just for building the foundation for us over here at Mount Union.
Outside of Sirianni, VK, you got to give him some love. Candle, so many Mount guys. Mike Elder over at Avon.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of good alumni.
And here we go, second down and goal. Once again, it's a handoff. This time it's a sweep, and he has a chance to go for the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Minerva.
Oh, it seems like he's a little hurt right there. He did get laid out right as he crossed the pylon. That will be a touchdown for Minerva Lions. Somebody goes over and helps him pick up or get up, and now he's running back to his sideline. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him because that was a beautiful run. What a beautiful run.
And we'll watch it back here. It's a perfect sweep. The blocking is there, and Skylar Labb, he goes for that pylon and just gets inside of it. That's a thing of beauty. And we do have Isaac Haase, a former Minerva running back, off to our right, calling it for WRMU. I don't know if that's how he used to play back in the day, but we can figure that one out soon. Here comes the PAT, and it is on the money. Skylar Labb getting involved in the Minerva offense, but set up by Cannon Kirkpatrick, finally picking up Owen Schick for a big completion. 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter here at Duke Stadium. It is the Minerva Lions 7, Marlington 0 on SmeeSports.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to our 4 broadcast sponsors for making today's telecast possible, along with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Well, Skylar Labb puts the Minerva Lions on the board with 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 7-0 your score on SmeeSports as you are watching OHSAA football presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. And we have an illegal procedure or a false start on the kick.
Yeah, late flag right there. But Minerva did turn a scoreless first quarter into their way of a first quarter. A beautiful pass right there by the quarterback, the freshman quarterback that is. And another good run by the Minerva Lions. Just a good first quarter by both teams, honestly. Like I said, man. Or no, like you said, this could be a high-scoring game, and that's just the first of many.
And now I'm being told by my dad that we've done slow-mo before, that I got to go back in the back of my mind and figure that one out.
Hey, we'll figure it out at halftime. Or not.
No, we will not.
No, we will not.
The internet has been somewhat shaky today. I am not touching this, man. I'm not messing with anything.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
I wouldn't either.
We have a ghost Ethernet cable right now, and it's working, so that's all we care about. Back to the action. A squib kick taken in at around the 25 for the Marlington Dukes. A solid return here for number 9, Garrett Dickerhoof. And Dickerhoof is able to get to around the 40-yard line with 16 seconds left to go. Maybe 1 or 2 plays for the Marlington offense to round out this first frame. How do they respond after allowing the opening score?
Go into the second quarter with a score. Go ahead and try your hardest to get points on the board in the first quarter. You want to say that you also scored in the first quarter. Minerva should not be the only team scoring in the first quarter, which may be the case, but that is fine. If you do have that, make sure you have the ball going into the second quarter as well.
But Minerva, they are a very balanced team so far this season. 22 points per game and 22 points per game allowed. I believe 168 points scored, 169 allowed. So pretty much balanced, and now it is lopsided. First down and 10, and that is a big takedown to the backfield by Lane Hawk, and that will do it for the opening 12 minutes at Duke Stadium. How about those Minerva Lions? It's been a long time since they have been in a league of their own. It's been a long time since they have been above 500 or at least 500 at the end of the season. And they are now, assuming the result holds, 36 minutes away from making that happen. 4-3 entering play tonight. But as the teams switch sides, so will we. We will switch over to our sponsor side of the broadcast as you are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club.
The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Pass is caught to get things underway in the second quarter. Nicely done on the far side by Cole Jones. And that is the start Marlington wanted after getting that bad play to end the first quarter. But Minerva still in control of this one, DC, up 7-0 on the Marlington Dukes, as you are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Whether you are a Duke, a Lion, a neutral, or somebody who doesn't even know any of these teams or people, we welcome you into our broadcast tonight. We are glad that you are with us for Week 8 of Ohio high school football.
Yeah, most definitely. Both teams looking really, really good right now. Both teams have been looking good on offense and defense. Both offensive line and defensive lines have been looking good. They just have to keep on getting their receivers incorporated.
Walder hands it off on third down. It's a nice run. It's a first down, and he will lower the shoulder for some more. For the first time tonight, it is Caden Zine getting a big run for the Marlington Dukes.
Yeah, huge run for the Marlington Dukes. He was able to lower the shoulder. Like you said, low gravity, just a low center of gravity as he's able to keep on moving those feet, showing off the leg strength a little bit right there while he was breaking a tackle before he got the big hit, and he also gained the first down. So much better run that we saw from the first quarter, from the end of the first quarter, going into the start of the second quarter.
And you think that Horn is a good running back. You see Dine come in and boom.
Boom, literally boom, and just to get the first down. So big boom guy.
Ball now down to the 39 of Minerva. First down and 10. Quick screen pass. It is caught in the flats by Williamson. Williamson cuts it back up inside the numbers and will be leveled at around the 32-yard line. Another nice quick pop by Tyler Walder.
Yeah, another quick screen pass to have your offensive line going right towards the blockers and pulling up another wide receiver to go to the other side on a slow run right behind the quarterback. A slow movement right behind the receiver just to get them another extra blocker going out, which is going to put them second and short.
And you said it right there. A gain of 7 on the play from Williamson and Walder. Second down and 3 for the Marlington Dukes at the 33 of Minerva. Williamson in motion once again. Handoff, it is Caden Dine. Dine, he will get the first down, and he will spin past the 25 down to the 24 of Minerva. And the chain gang will get their steps in once again.
Yeah, Minerva Lions have to do a good job of wrapping this guy up. He's going to be able to keep just pushing down the field exactly the way he is right now if they can't wrap him up. Sometimes as a defensive player, you'll get into the mindset that you have to set your feet before you make that tackle instead of kind of just throwing your body at him to make sure that another player is going to help you come wrap that up. Once you wrap him up, more players will actually come wrap him up. So get there and make that tackle.
So once again, it's a fresh set of downs, this time at the 24. You got to get down to the 14-yard line if you are the Marlington Dukes. First down and 10 as it is the shotgun once again for Walder. Handoff, it is Dine, and Dine will only Dine for a few seconds, getting a gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, number 73, Aiden Reagan right there, senior with the tackle. Beautiful move on the defensive line by him. Had a little swim right there, able to kind of set his hips right towards where he saw the run was going. And the run kind of came right at him. Running back kind of bounced the ball towards his direction. He just got off the block quick and made that tackle. Was able to pull him down, and just a short gain right there. Good job by the defensive line.
But you talk about looking at a good game. This is what you want to see, 2 evenly matched teams. But I do think that if Evanich was here, oh man, this would be different.
This would be a different game. I think their run game would be a little bit stronger, but right now Dine is doing a good job.
And same with Walder as the quarterback. Williamson in motion. It is a jet sweep for Williamson. Staying inside the numbers, now at the 10. Gets a spin on the shoulder, stays in stride, gets past the 10, and he is down just before the 5-yard line. And it is first down and goal for the Marlington Dukes.
Yeah, small but mighty right there. He's definitely going to be able to keep going, keep doing the things he's doing as long as that O-line like steps up and does what they have to do. Like I said, man, those linebackers just need to get blocked. And as soon as those linebackers get blocked, you have a whole range of field to work with. A lot of people to bounce off of, a lot of backs that you want to just see fly right past you as you're looking at that end zone.
So first down and goal. They will spot him at the 8-yard line. Shotgun once again for the Marlington Dukes. And we have an immediate flag, and that false start will bump him back a little bit.
Yeah, Sean Scott right there was trying to make a play. I don't know if that was just the offensive line letting him go, and that's why he were in scot-free right there. Now he's running off the field. It's going to get him a little bit of a break before he comes back in. Minerva needs to throw in a heavy set right now. I think that's why they brought in a whole new guy, because they are starting to get close to the red zone. They're in that area where they can make a good pass and also make a good run.
But for those just tuning in, the only score so far coming courtesy of Skylar Lab, a nice 2-yard rushing touchdown on a sweep play, but it was set up by Cannon Kirkpatrick picking up Owen Schick. That connection, it has been so close to breaking out this season. Finally, they beat a defense over the top, and it was a glorious reception for a gain of 20. Screen on first down and goal. Pass is caught by Cole Jones, stays up, fights his way inside the 10, and he will be spun out of bounds at around the 7-yard line of Minerva. Cole Jones, he has been driving up the field like a Corvette tonight.
Most definitely. If we're gonna start seeing more passes like that, but I think we're gonna start seeing less screenplays. Less screenplays, especially going towards their sideline, because Minerva's starting to pick up on those screenplays too. You can see now that they got 2 cornerbacks and a safety playing in the boundary, which they didn't have earlier. They had the safety playing in the field, so we're gonna see something different.
So back to where they started, second down and goal at the 8. It is Dine. He meets a wall at the 5. He gets pushed back, but forward progress does give him that elusive line.
Yeah, Aiden Reagan right there. A good play by him, a good stop. Just right on top of the tackle right there. They honestly did get up the field a little bit, but the defensive line, man, just making plays right now, looking great, looking like a concrete wall. If you can just keep that up, they won't score right here. You'll be in a great position to go and make maybe an 80-yard run on the next drive and score.
So third down and goal at the 6-yard line. I'm going to say forget the goal to go. It's 2 plays to get 6 yards. That's most likely what this is going to be for the Marlington Dukes. Once again, Walder in the shotgun formation. He will drop the snap, rolling out to his right. He will take a shot towards the end zone, but the closest Duke is a member of the marching band.
Yeah, we saw Minerva just all over that play. Just a low snap by the center. He couldn't get the ball up off the ground. Maybe he dropped it when it was right by his ankles. Unfortunately, a botched play from the beginning, from the start. Honestly, I saw the running back flow towards them. Minerva's defense was on top of it only because of the low snap. So next time we have to see Minerva get there, and there's a new flag on the play.
So now, is this Talon Sider's range? I would say yes, but is it his time?
It is his time. It is most definitely going to always be his time throughout this entire game. They already saw a great success plan with the air raid in their first drive. They weren't able to finish that drive off, but if they can keep doing stuff just like that, just making sure the pass game is an option, just keep it an option. You want to keep Dine in, you want to keep him running the ball, you want to keep all the running backs that you have available and keep the ground and pound game going.
And there is head coach Joe Cardinal, not too happy on whatever was said. 11-16 so far in his Marlington career. He came here after a very successful career at Northwestern. He led the Huskies to a 9-3 record in his final season, along with a Wayne County Athletic League title. And so far, a 6-4 season and a 2-8 campaign. The first 2 years, it was Bryson McCord, the now MSJ quarterback, at the helm. Some injury issues for Bryson. Now, assuming he does stay for the next 4 years, he has his own QB project, a guy that he can mold the way that he wants him to be.
Yeah, and I think he will. I think he doesn't really have a choice but to mold him exactly the way he wants to. And just seeing how comfortable he's looking right now on the line, seeing how awesome he's been playing with his wide receivers and a hurt player out right now, he's still comfortable. I feel the crowd, though, right now. They don't feel as energetic as when the game started. I feel like they're a little uncertain about this drive, but the game still goes on.
And speaking of uncertainty, they are going to go for it. 4th down and goal at the 20. It is a shotgun formation here for the Marlington Dukes. Walter, he will drop back. He will take a shot towards Cole Jones, and it is incomplete. But there is the flag for PI, and it is a fresh set of downs for the Marlington Dukes.
I don't know if that's pass interference on the defensive player because it looked like good defense going all the way up until when they got into the red zone. It might be try to be like a push off by the offensive player. It looked like a really, really good player by both. Yeah.
We got to watch this one back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one.
That's tough.
And it's such a late flag, too. It just seemed like good defense. Maybe the refs were a little confused. One ref threw the flag right after the other, so they may have seen the same thing. Let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. Yeah, on Minerva. Pass interference on Minerva.
And it's half the distance to the goal.
It may have been
the stop, and now it's 1st down and goal at the 10. We reset the scenario one more time.
Yeah, it may have been
4th
right
down.
there.
It should be the 4th down again.
It may have been right there when the cornerback just kind of grabbed him a little bit when he was going for the ball.
So here we go. Trips left, 4th down and goal. And Walter is down in the backfield.
Reagan.
It's an excellent sack for Aiden Reagan. And there is the turnover on downs for the Minerva Lions.
Yeah, the Reagan Railroad, baby. You already know what's going on when he's on the field. He's just a player that's been blowing up the game right now. He's going to keep blowing up the game. And now they just forced a turnover on downs. So I mean, man, just look at what the Minerva defensive line has been able to do with those goal line stops, with those red zone stops, and then keep getting pushed back. Man.
Why no talent sliders? Why no field goal?
They don't want to trust that right now. They're down 7-0. You want to go ahead and score. If you have the chance to score within the median of the second quarter, you're going to want to take that chance.
But 20 yards. I mean, that's where I am lost. 1st down and 10, and there is a flag right as Nate Linkus takes the handoff. We really haven't called his name a lot tonight.
No, we haven't, but we are going to start at this point because I saw an open hole right there that Marlington was not ready for. They just got bailed out with the whistle. Lucky.
And I'll tell you what, we saw Parker Linkus in the press box today. He has that North Carolina Michael Jordan on. He has the button down. He's all business, but on the far side in the Minerva student section, he is all fun cheering on his adopted brother Nate.
Yeah, most definitely. He was dressed to impress tonight coming up to the booth. You know, just a fun kid, an energetic kid, and we always love having him around.
So 1st down and 15 for Cannon Kirkpatrick. Here is Nate Linkus on the sweep going outside the far hashes, and Nate Linkus breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet on the far side, and will be spun down past the 35, up to about the 38. Another explosive run for Nate Linkus.
But another flag is dropped down on that play. I think this is what the 7th or 8th flag already this game. It's going to be a long time before this game ends if we keep getting flags and the clock keeps stopping.
But going back to Nate Linkus, I think we got to tell this story. In 5th grade, Nate moved to the Minerva area. He was a neighbor of Parker Linkus. They knew each other through track for a long time. Then right before high school, he was about to move to Worcester. They always joked that Nate and Parker were brothers from other mothers. But then the Linkus family adopted Nate. And now here he is, Parker and Nate both speak highly of each other. And that's what Parker told us on Wednesday. A very good, just nice story. And just seeing the way that Parker lights up when you talk about Nate, you can tell that they have a strong bond.
Yeah, most definitely. A great brother dynamic right there. I mean, having a brother, I can really identify with that. You know, I love you, Richie. And I know Nate also loves Parker.
1st down and 15 after the play got called back. It is Timmy Kirkpatrick, and Kirkpatrick is up to the 25-yard line.
Good run. It was a great run before this run. Linkus has a really good opportunity to get a lot of yards right now just because both teams are looking to run the ball and they're looking to stop the run. So when you're looking to stop the run, you have to look what direction you want to stop the run from going. So if you get that wrong, boom, you just see a big play happen. You're going down the field, you're progressing, you're just adding to the yards that you've already gotten.
And as well at halftime, make sure you do stick with us as we will have full coverage of the Marlington and Minerva marching band shows. It's Kirkpatrick on 2nd down, breaking through the hole, and it is a 1st down for the Minerva Lions.
Yeah, Kirkpatrick is a strong dude, showing off the leg strength right there, doing squats before the game. You know, he's always one of those guys that warm up and kind of like Cam Scatterbo, however you say his last name, banging his head on the wall before he goes in because he wants to hit something, man. He wants to get through the hole, and he wants to really progress on the yards. I tell you, that rack, the run after catch or the run after handoff, the rob, that's a counting stat right there.
I mean, is that what you did before your games, DC?
No. I wouldn't have to do that. We had people like that.
First down and 10. It's a sweep once again. Nate Linkish trying to stay inside the hashes, cuts it up the field, gets past the 40, and in the end, they will give him just the 40. His body maybe getting a little bit over the line, but not enough to give him that extra yard. Still a solid pickup on the play for Nate Linkish.
Yeah, skipping and hopping and moving around right there. He was able to just get the ball over the 39-yard line right to the 40. Good play right there. Good scheme by the offensive line. Good play call by the coach as well. They're having a really good drive right now.
It was a gain of 5. You split the difference here. 2nd down and 5 for the Minerva Lions. Linkus in motion, immediately takes it on the sweep. Now has to cut it back up the far hashes, and he will get to about the 45-yard line, and I think they will move the chains for a Minerva first down, and there it is.
Yeah, outside run, turn right back inside. Good decision by Linkus right there. Had to make some type of ground on these yards. Couldn't get to the other sideline. Saw 2 guys right in front of him trying to make that track down, so he turned it right up. Seen number 58 coming off the side, so he turned it up even farther and was able to get the first down.
And once again, going back to matchup history, the last time that the Minerva Lions beat the Marlington Dukes was on October 7th, 2011, a 21-13 victory for the Minerva Lions. And that was now 14 years ago as of next week. Kirkpatrick, he will throw again. Pass is picked up. It is Caden Dine. There is a flag down, but what a pick by Caden Dine. He has come alive in this second half.
Oh, my gosh. He just had a one-handed pick right there. I was ready to say Linkus is going to have a great run right off the sideline, but he just took his left hand and put his hand up there and got the ball. There is a flag on the play. We're going to see which direction this one's going.
Caden Dine with a big play.
Oh, by the look on the Marlington defense's face, it looks like they're not going to get the ball back. So they must have some type of penalty, and the Minerva Lions are going to go ahead and get some yards on this.
That's killer in a game like this, DC.
That is awful.
I mean, the way that Marlington just played that situation, they read the route like a book. They have been watching film clearly. You have to be in the film room. We talked to Nick Nebeth a lot from Holy Name. That is his big thing, staying in the film room. You understand these routes. You understand the concepts. And especially with Minerva only running 5 or 6 plays, you can easily do that. But one of your biggest plays, one of your aces up your sleeves have been played, and it doesn't matter.
Honestly, I feel like that pass was just a little bit low. It would have sunk right in the thighs of Linkus right there. But we know that coaching staff stays up late nights and just watches film all day.
First down and 10, handoff, Timmy Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick on the far side has the first down again, still on his feet, and he is pushed out of bounds inside the red zone. And Timmy Kirkpatrick is doing his best Cam Scatterbo impression still.
Yeah, most definitely the Cam Scatterbo impressions right there. Just a great timing on the run as well. You saw him bounce off. I mean, to be honest, it seemed a little bit like Najee Harris when he was able to just kind of watch and see what's going on and then make a play, then make his decision to see what side he wants to go on. Had the opportunity to bounce out, and he did. He took it.
So back-to-back first downs for the Minerva Lions. Handoff, it's Kirkpatrick, and there is the flag. But going back to this coaching staff, Zach Slates, he spends the night at the high school after every game. They watch film so late. He has that inflatable mattress, and then it's back to practice Saturday morning.
Yeah, that's the dedication that you would have to spend that Friday night at the high school watching film and then go to sleep and then still wake up to go to practice. And you're probably watching film right after you wake up, probably watching film as the other coaches are getting to the school. So just amazing dedication that this coaching staff has. And he's not the only one. You also, I know the AD said he may have done it once or twice too.
I mean, this coaching staff has completely changed the mentality and the culture at Minerva, and it's plays like this that show you how that culture has changed. That is how you fight for every single yard. Nice job by the runner there, Nicholas Wandel.
Yeah, what a run right there. Wandel just able to kind of get the ball over the yard line. Sometimes when you're a running back, you see that yard line, and when you're hit, you see that yard line, and you're like, okay, I gotta get there. I gotta make sure I get this ball over that yard line, and you keep your feet moving, and then you get even farther than what you thought you were gonna get. So I think that's exactly what we just saw right there.
But in the end, they will call it a loss of 1 on the play, setting up 2nd down and 11 for the Minerva Lions. After halftime, though, it is Marlington getting the second half kick. Lab bounces it outside the numbers, slips past the 15, and a cavalry of Dukes run and take him out of bounds.
Yeah, that play right there is what we called 49 power. in high school where you have your opposite guard pull all the way trying to get to that cornerback on the opposite side of the field. For Minerva, this would be the close side of the field. For us, it's the opposite side. But when you see something like that, you know that ball is going to bounce all the way outside. Even the safety was able to run down and crash down right there. Good play by the defense to not let them get the first.
And once again, a gain of 0. 3rd down and 11, but there is an injured Marlington Duke on the field. And as the Duke is getting medical attention, we will step aside on Smee Sports. 2:44 left to go in the first half. Minerva up 7-0 on the Marlington Dukes.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
.244 left to go in the first half. Minerva up 7-0 on the Marlington Dukes. That was number 3 Cole Jones injured. I think DC, that could have been his arm. He also could have gotten the wind knocked out of him. I thought I saw the trainer kind of push on that arm. His arm shot up. He looked good to go.
Yeah.
But he is out for this play, as you would assume. He's on the sideline. He appears to be okay, and that is what matters. 3rd down and 11. Handoff. It is Timmy Kirkpatrick, and Timmy will get spun down just behind the 10 at around the 11 of Marlington. And it is decision time for the Lions, as obviously you don't have too much further to go, but you have a good kicker in Xander Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, most definitely. Great kicker, Xander Kirkpatrick. Honestly, a really good kicker. You just got to put trust in your special teams unit, man. You got to always put trust in your special teams unit. Got to make sure that long snapper, the center, whoever's snapping the ball is getting the ball to the quarterback as well, or whoever's holding the ball.
Well, here we go. 4th and a couple for the Minerva Lions. Handoff, Timmy Kirkpatrick, and he is going to lower the shoulder and get the first down to the 5 of Marlington. What a run by Timmy Kirkpatrick. And we will watch this one back, DC, but you talk about him lowering the shoulder. You talk about those Cam Scatabo comparisons. That's Scatabo running right there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to go from Scatabo to DK Metcalf at this point. Because every time he's getting touched, every time he's getting wrapped up, he's just keeping his feet moving, keeping his legs driving, and they can't wrap him up. Like I said, you got to wrap these guys up.
The legs are the engine of the runner, as a lot of coaches say. 1st down and goal at the 5 for Minerva. Handoff, it is Timmy Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick diving towards the pylon. He will be downed at the 2, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looked like holding from what I saw, like holding right up the middle from one of the guards. He was able to get the ball going outside. Another run that was supposed to go up the middle, but bounced outside. That's what 42 and 43 look like. Those are also run plays. You just got to make sure you get the ball up the middle. You can't bounce outside. That's going to hurt you in the end. Literally, as a player and taking those hits, you don't want to take a hit outside because that is body-on-body contact right there. That is when a defensive player's shoulder can hit you right in the stomach, and then you're out for the next 4 plays. You can't try to do that as a running back. You got to hit the hole. You got to listen to your coach when he says hit the hole, no matter if there's nowhere to go, because a lane could open up at any moment.
And this drive has been going on for over 5 minutes now for the Minerva Lions. Only 88 seconds to play before halftime. They are doing an excellent job running down this clock.
Good math.
So 1st down and goal, and it is another reversal, but Marlington immediately snuffs it out. That is another good sign of a great defense.
Yeah, most definitely a good sign of the defense. I think that was number 60, unable to find him on the roster, but what a play. No. Number 60. I cannot find him on the roster. 58? That's 58.
50.
Jaden Henson right there on the play, on the slam down tackle for loss right there, bringing up a 2nd down from Minerva. Good play right there by Marlington Dukes. I did not see the move that he made at the defensive line. It could have just been a speed to power right there, or a power move, and then fake with the speed and come off and make that tackle. He also had a little bit of help right behind him. Just a good play in general.
All right, DC, we are 1 minute and 16 seconds away from halftime. Are you ready to vibe out to the Minerva halftime show one more time?
Oh my gosh, man. This Minerva halftime show is honestly one of the most lit halftime. It won't ever compare to the halftime shows that Sherman, Texas was producing. Sherman, shout out Mr. Weed at Sherman, Texas for producing one of the best halftime shows I have ever seen and been a part of in my life. We got 5th for the band the band championships. We got 5th, baby. We had 5th place.
Minerva top 4 then?
Minerva is definitely top 10. I don't know about top 4 because I know the McKinley band is going crazy.
And they will show us again at halftime. Linkus on the second down and goal play. But once again, it is blown up. Caden Dine in the backfield.
Yeah, Linkus with nowhere to go right there. Blown up in the backfield. 2 plays have been blown up in the backfield right in a row after a timeout called by Marlington.
And we have props for the halftime show.
Oh, big props too. I wonder what that is on the side on the track right there. I can't really see what it is. It looks like some marimbas.
I see a cat.
Oh, is that a cat? Oh,
the back one. I mean, look at that cat. That doesn't look like the friendliest.
I can't.
cat.
I can't even see. Maybe I gotta get over here.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it looks entertaining. It looks like it's gonna keep the crowd engaged as we go into halftime as well.
It'll keep you engaged, and that's what matters for me.
Yeah, keep me engaged. Keep both of us engaged. You know, Nate's a big dancer over here. I know you can't really see him, but he's a big dancer over here. You know, he likes doing his little ditties.
I do the tango in, well, a couple of situations, a little dancing over there. But as well, we do have to talk about Marlington's halftime show. This is the first time that we are going to see it this year. We have to give it a rating.
Oh, okay. I see the cat now. I see the cat. And actually, it reminds me of my cat. I have a black cat named Ice Cup. Shout out Ice Cup.
Why wouldn't you have a black cat as well, DC?
I mean, have a black cat.
Everything we see at these facilities, you have something. There's always something with you. Third down and goal. It is going to be Linkus on the sweep, cutting it back upside at the 15. And past the 15 to the 14 he goes. 4th down and goal, and now decision time for the Minerva Lions.
I think they need to go ahead and kick the field goal, get on the board, get that 10 right up on the board. Take a long time getting into this field goal right now. You have 30 seconds. You gotta clock that out. You want to go, and if you kick the ball off, you don't want them to have more than 20 seconds on the clock. So go ahead and let this go down, but kick the field goal. Right now, it doesn't look like they're going to go for the field goal. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it.
16 seconds separate the game clock and the play clock, with the game clock being 16 seconds ahead. So they can just take this down at 16 seconds and make a decision. We'll see what they do here.
They're going to call timeout.
Marlington does get the ball to begin the second half. That is worth noting. But we expected a dogfight, DC, but I don't know if 7-0 is what we expected.
No, 7-0 is not what I expected going into the half. But a great play, a great game for both defenses. You know, you didn't expect for them to not score early on in this game. Marlington definitely has the upper hand, it being their homecoming game. Look how many people are in the crowd. Look how many people are just supportive of this game. Look how many people are actually working the game. You know, we came up here and we saw a lot of people running back and forth through the booth, through the press box, and I really felt like this game was going to be a high-scoring game. Minerva scored early on and just hasn't been able to score again, but they are right close to the red zone. So we'll see what they do here with 17 seconds left.
And once again, do stay with us at halftime as we will have live coverage, hopefully with some audio as well, of the Marlington and Minerva marching bands. There are other people in the box, so if we can't have the snowball on, we do apologize, but we can't risk any obscenities making its way onto the airwaves, which hopefully you guys understand that at home. But here comes Xander Kirkpatrick with the field goal attempt, a sizable chance. Here's Kirkpatrick, and it is going to be short and tipped out of the back of the end zone. And with 12 seconds, what can Marlington do?
Marlington is going to have to air it out, and I doubt they will. I bet you they'll run the ball and run the clock out, so when they get the ball back after halftime, who's getting the ball back after halftime?
Marlington.
Marlington is getting the ball back after halftime. So when they get the ball after halftime, they'll have their chance to do the air raid game, at least get 3 to 4 passes on their first drive after halftime for them to be able to get down the field farther. Don't let those passes be short. Let them be 15 to 20-yard passes for them to be able to get down the yard and keep working in their run game.
And it looks like it is going to be a pseudo-victory formation. There is the kneel down, and that is halftime at Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio, courtesy of Skyler Lab. It is the Minerva Lions up 7-0 at the half on the Marlington Dukes. Minerva now 24 minutes away, for them getting a big victory over the Marlington Dukes, the first time they would do so since October 7th, 2021. A good first half defensively and offensively by Minerva. But same with Marlington. The big difference, though, the touchdown and that big stop on 4th down inside the red zone and outside of it. Marlington's offense, they need a big statement drive to begin the second half. But now it's time to listen to the marching band, starting with Minerva, and it'll be followed by the Marlington High School marching band. It's Eminem. It's a great battle. It's a good one at the half. 7-0 your score as you are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
All right, Duke fans, let's make some noise for the marching Dukes of Marlington under the direction of Field Commander Mia Bigliotti, a.k.a. the Mad Hatter, as they perform their competition show titled Her Name is Alice. First up is Dear Alice, a 1978 progressive rock jazz fusion hit by Grammy Award-winning jazz legend Chick Corea. Next in line is a song written by Grace Slick for her band The Great Society, but performed by Jefferson Airplane when she joined them as the lead singer. Here is White Rabbit. Wrapping up their show for today is another tune by jazz great Chick Corea from his album Mad Hatter, titled Falling Alice. Eat your snacks, swig your drinks, and follow the White Rabbit. Let's take a trip with the marching Dukes through Wonderland.
I suppose I ought to eat or drink something or other, but the great question is, what?
simply impassable.
Why? Don't you mean impossible?
No, I do mean impassable. Nothing's impossible.
Who's been painting my roses red? No! Sentence first, verdict afterwards. Thinking pad.
Dukes are under the direction of Brett Pender.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Before we get back to the action, come on, DC. Come on.
You said 6'7". That's not my fault. You counted down without saying 7'6". You said 6'7".
But before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor a broadcast in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen. Man, you caught me off guard. We want to work with these businesses. We want to give you an avenue to support our local athletes. DC, you've called games with me. Did I get you off guard?
I'm done.
Well, DC, back to the concrete things that we do know. Your halftime score, 7-0, Minerva on top of the Marlington Dukes. If you're Marlington, you get the ball to begin the second half. How do you go from here?
Attack the ground game. Like I said before, we got into the half. If they come out in this drive, throwing the ball in the air, getting the ball towards the end zone through the pass game, then they'll be able to try to kind of fester back up that running game, which hasn't really been working well for them. Like I said, though, both teams have been doing good on offense as they come back onto the field. Marlington Duke have been doing good on defense. They let up a little score in the first quarter, was a scoreless second quarter, and the Minerva Lions missed a field goal. So it's still 7-0 right now. Marlington just has to keep the ball going. They got to get the pass game back involved, and they got to keep on running the ground and pound as well.
This is the lowest scoring game in the EBC tonight. The scores that we do have, 27-14 West Branch on top of Alliance, and beyond that, 27-7 Salem on top of Carrollton. Right here, 7-0, combined 7 points, and this has been a defensive battle. Marlington, they've had the ball for 2 different possessions, well, 3 if you count the victory formation to end the half, but 2 drives that actually were fully fledged. 4th down stop, middle of the kind of Minerva territory around the 25, then 4th and goal, stopped twice.
I think that has something big to do with this game, but another thing that has something big to do with this game are the penalties that they have been getting. And there have been a lot of flags on the field. Hopefully they limit the amount of penalties that they cause in this second half. If they're able to do that, this game will start running a little bit more smoothly for both squads, and we might see it more of a score. I don't know how many yards they've racked up in penalties so far, both teams combined, but it's a lot. And you can't have that many yards when you're trying to go – you can't have that many penalties when you're trying to go down and score the ball.
You got to play a clean second half if you want to win this matchup. It's simple. Marlington, they need this one to keep their playoff hopes alive. Minerva, they need this one to get their first win over the Dukes since 2011. And with this squib kick, we are back to the action in quarter number 3. The kick is muffed, and it will be taken out of bounds at the 20. He steps out of bounds the moment he gets possession.
Yeah, unfortunate right there. Didn't really have anywhere to go anyways. He kind of lucked out stepping out of bounds. Just that right foot not being very precautious with it and just kind of just doing something to try to get the ball up and try to get it out of their territory. You know, we got to see these teams step up, and we got to see them kind of take control of the game. Who is going to take control of the game at this point?
And as well, for those just tuning in, you are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, looking at our sideline cam being operated by Bryce Fisher. Happy birthday again to Bryce on the sideline. First down and 10, handoff to get things underway for the Dukes. And it is another powerful run. Marlington, they have been great lowering their shoulders tonight, and there it is on display once again. It is Caden Dine getting the carry to open up the second half. But to begin the game, it was Blaze Horn getting the RB1 workload.
Yeah, Caden Dine right there. I don't know what happened to Horn, but Caden Dine right there is just able, lowering his shoulder, lowering his pad level, getting through the line right there. Just a big hit right at the line of scrimmage and just kept going for about 4 yards. A strong runner right there. He's looking really good in this game so far.
The running backs have been tremendous today, DC.
They have, yeah,
Some of the most powerful runs that we have seen all season. Second down and 3, handoff once again for the Marlington Dukes, and they will get the first down. The run game getting hot early on as it is back-to-back dives for Caden Dine.
So my analysis right now for the Minerva Lions defense is that their defensive line looks really strong when they have certain key players in, like number 73. He's also in right now, and that's Aiden Reagan. We saw him make a lot of plays in the first half. I think he had 2 tackles for loss and probably about 4 to 5 tackles just in general. Just a good player. But whenever you don't have players like that on the D-line, the load comes down to the linebackers, and the linebackers just have to start doing a bit of a better job on the edge.
Man in motion on first down and 10 for the Marlington Dukes. It is a double set, and that'll be a false start. The man in motion there was Lucas Williamson, the sophomore. They have liked that motion all day.
Yeah.
But if there's too many people on the line, somebody doesn't register, the setup's not right off the tackle, then something bad happens.
Yeah, this is high school football we're talking about. If you look at like the college level, they even struggle with motion plays. They struggle with a receiver motioning from one side of the field to the other, a tight end trying to get off the line of scrimmage to then motion behind the quarterback or motion behind the running back or just motion right in front of them. This is just a struggling matter for a high school team, but they've been successful with it throughout this entire game.
So it'll be first down and 15. Once again, it is going to be Williamson in motion. Walder rolling out to the near side. He will take the pass. It is caught by Cole Jones. Clearly okay after his injury, and he is knocked out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. Nice job by Walder. He had his man open, and he made the most of his opportunity.
Yeah, Nicholas Wandel right there on the tackle, able to just get right exactly where the ball was caught. Didn't really let him get too many yards after the catch. It's still a second down right now, second and short. Good play right there by Wandel.
Cole Jones entering play tonight, 16 receptions, 235 yards, along with 2 touchdowns on top of it. Handoff on second down. Once again, it is going to be Dine, and Dine is able to get up to about the 39-yard line, maybe 38 depending on the read. They will say right in the middle. Either way, it'll be third down and medium for the Marlington Dukes. They need a statement play here.
Yeah, number 55, Axton Collins on the offensive line had a great swivel block right there, and that's the only reason why that play even extended out of the backfield, able to just turn that defensive lineman a little bit and have that running back bounce off of his butt.
This is what you love to see. Middle of October, it's getting cold outside. The competition, it is heating up. Third down and 4, Walder, screen pass, it is caught. On the far side, it's Williamson getting shifty, but he gets only to the 40. 2 yards left to get, and it is decision time for Joe Cardinal and the rest of the offensive play callers for Marlington.
So we saw 2 offensive linemen, the field side tackle and the field side guard, pull out. The throw was to he hit the wide receiver, but he didn't have another blocker out there in time. When he started to scoot up, you gotta, as a quarterback, you gotta wait a little bit. You gotta wait until your offensive linemen are able to just get out and make those blocks so your wide receiver can turn up just a little bit. Just need 1 more second.
So here comes fourth down and 2 for the Marlington Dukes, and we will see if they're gonna try and draw him offside or not. It's a double back system, kind of like a wing T setup here, and it'll be a punt for Walder as expected. A big boot behind him. This one will roll inside the 15, now the 10, and it'll be down at around the 6-yard line. What a kick by the freshman.
Yeah, I don't think Minerva was expecting a punt to go beyond their heads and for it to get past the 20-yard line. He actually lined up right there by the 35, and he just watched the ball kind of go over his head. Somebody who's returning, they don't want to get near that. Somebody was probably yelling wolf or fire, and just let the ball get placed where it has to get placed. Just a good punt.
Fire is what I dealt with when I played. But as well, an excellent job by the Gunners there, both getting down there quickly. The one on the far side, he decided, okay, I'm taking this over. He guides it down to the 6-yard line. Wing T ball has to prevail. They have 94 yards in front of them on 1st down and 10. It is a handoff, and it'll be a modest gain for the Minerva Lions. They will give him up to the 11.
Yeah, number 12, it looked like right there. Braden Penrod able to just go, kind of just sneak his way through the offensive line right there.
That was Timmy Kirkpatrick.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Timmy Kirkpatrick, excuse my language. But that was just a good job trying to squeeze his way in there. And like I said earlier, your coach tells you to hit the hole. He doesn't tell you to bounce it out. He doesn't tell you to make a play. He tells you to do what the play says on the card or do how they explain the play. And when you do that, you see positive results.
So 2nd down and 5. It is going to be Linkus running the ball inside the hashes, and he will get a heavy hit past the line to get. They give him the 17, and it is a 1st down for the Minerva Lions. Right now, DC, I would imagine their main goal is to simply drill a lot of clock, and if they do, we might have one of the quicker second halves this season.
As long as they don't get any penalties on the field, as long as they don't get any penalties in their own territory, they're going to look good going down the whole field. They're obviously looking hard to stop right now, but 2 very successful runs. We'll see what goes on in this play right here. I feel good about this play.
Fresh set of downs. It is Kirkpatrick in the shotgun for one of the few times tonight, but it is Timmy Kirkpatrick getting the handoff from Cannon, and he will be spun down in the backfield. Excellent recognition by the D-line of Marlington. I believe that was Roman Albert with the first bit of contact.
Yeah, swallowed up, as they would say. You know, just a good play in the backfield. Just got to produce going up the field. You know, if you're going to run the ball outside, you have to realize that they have people outside. Minerva has a 4-3 defense, or not Minerva, Marlington has a 4-3 defense, and they always push linebackers up on the line too, so they're almost rushing 5 people every play.
So 2nd down and 14, a big loss of 4 on the prior play. Linkus will take it, and he is lit up again. Another heavy hit by the Marlington Dukes. This time it is the sophomore Ace Lowe.
Yeah, fired up after that hit as well. You know, just doing his little dance, doing his little routine after he makes a play like that. He's been here before. You could tell as soon as he got up and made the play, he turned right to the camera and did a little dance, you know, did his little thing, just staying fired up throughout the game. And that's a good way for Marlington to get that energy back. You know, you want to get that energy back as you want to go and try to score.
3rd down and 11, and this could be a passing down for Cannon Kirkpatrick. Already a big play today in the air going to Owen Schick. But it will be a handoff. It's a reversal. Owen Schick gets it. He has to escape some pressure, and he is going to turn this one into a positive play and a 1st down. But there comes some flags, and I think this is going to come back for holding.
Wow. Man, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You don't want to have a holding right there. What a beautiful play. This is a beautiful play, a switchback play for him to go up the sideline, get to the sideline, and keep going up the field. I mean, you don't want to hold right there. Let him go. He already got the 1st down. If you know the 1st down stick is behind you and you see that running back coming up right there, you have to put your hands up and let him go. The ref is looking right at you as a blocker that's up the field. You're up the field. The ref is going to have his eyes up the field. You got to let that guy go.
And there is the official decision. But I believe we saw that exact play call against West Branch, and they did get a 1st down on it.
Man, they got a hefty 1st down on that play.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that play ran for like 30 yards.
It was a lot, and obviously we've seen Minerva a lot this season. This is our 4th and final time seeing the football team. We will not see them the next 2 weeks. We will actually not have a game next Friday, as I have Mount Union Volleyball. That is the Parma Holy War, Holy Name Padua at Brooklyn, Week 10 to round out the regular season. 3rd down and long. Linkus needing to get the edge, but he will not. The Dukes swarm him again, but you see that late extension there, DC. A risky play for Nate Linkus, and now some late flags. It could be a late hit.
Yeah, looked like a late hit. Linkus swung around a little bit and tried to extend the ball out. Wasn't anywhere near the 1st down. Keep your energy, man. Keep your energy. You don't want to just express energy. You don't want to use energy that you can use during a run while you're not close to the 1st down. Just go down. It's 3rd down. and you already know it's a long to go. You're going to need to pass the ball. There's no way y'all are going to run the ball and get that first. But keep producing the same runs that you're producing. He's not getting a negative. He's not getting a negative amount of yardage on any run. So that's another good thing to point out. They're not going back that far, but they're not going up that far either. So they're in a down slope right now.
So that'll be 1st down and 10 at the 34-yard line of Minerva. Talk about a game-changing play, DC. That is huge. And a chance for Minerva to reset the situation. Hawk gets it. Another nice play design. And he is free up the middle. And he is inside Marlington territory.
Wow, that play tricked me out. Honestly, as a defensive coordinator, I would be worried about another play like that. If they keep having those motions and they can't pick up on who's getting the ball because they have 3 people in the backfield, the quarterback, the 2 running backs, and then they had a motion tight end. I mean, that's a lot of people in the backfield to try to keep up on who may even be able to get the ball, who's eligible to get the ball at this point. You know, as a defense, you have to be collected. You have to have your minds together, and you have to call out, run, pass, and switch. Like, you have to see this stuff.
Once again, 1st down and 10 now in Marlington territory. Handoff, it's Timmy Kirkpatrick, and Timmy will drag the pile down to the 44-yard line. A modest pickup on the play for number 12.
Yeah, big 79 right there on the Marlington Dukes. He's making a lot of noise up there at the defensive line position. He was right there when they had that first switch play around the 20-yard line. He was just not able to get there. You know, if he works on that speed a little bit, I think he may even be a good player at like Youngstown or something.
That was Joel West Cole, the sophomore. We saw a lot of the other West Coles last year in Marlington soccer, both on the girls and boys team, if I am not mistaken. I believe now all of them are graduated and out of the program, so best wishes to them. 2nd down and 7 after the pickup of 3. And once again, Marlington able to quickly get to the ball carrier, that time Lane Hawk.
Yeah, Noah Seaburn right there for the tackle, number 56. Good play right there by him coming off the edge, just swiveling right back inside. That's what we call a side chop right there, so you can get across the tackle and still be in the same gap that the guard is trying to block towards. So when you're able to do that, you push people out your way basically just by your movement, and then you're able to make a good play.
So here comes 3rd down and 5. Marlington, their fans, they are looking for a stop here. Man in motion, handoff, it's Timmy Kirkpatrick, and once again, Marlington jumps through the line and gets a massive TFL.
Yeah, what a crazy play right there. Number 10 on the Marlington Dukes, just a crazy play. Jack Jarvis, I don't understand how these plays have been racking up on the defense for Marlington Dukes, but it's happening right now. Minerva, keep on running the ball. Keep on doing what you're doing. Your run game looks beautiful. You just got to make sure your offensive line is staying in charge. Make sure that they're still getting that push, like I said earlier in the game. This is going to be a game about whose offensive line can get the most push. It's not just on how many people can run the ball and how fast and hard they can run the ball, but how many people up front can get those blocks.
Tyler Walter, he is hungry on the sideline. He wants an opportunity to come back out and lead his team down the field. But before 4th down and 5, we do have a whistle. I think they are going to reset the play clock. And they do completely reset the clock. Now counting down from 40, and the clock also resumes. 4th down and 5, they will go for it. It is Linkus. Linkus getting some space up the middle, and he will get the 1st down for the Minerva Lions. A massive carry for Nate Linkus.
Yeah, that was probably his best run all game just because he converted from a 4th and like 4th and medium, about 4th and 4, 4th and 5, and getting the 1st down and a little bit more right there. I think that was a really good and well play call, drawn up. Yeah, well drawn up run.
So now 2:40 left to play in the 3rd. Minerva continuing to chip away at that clock and just simply drive down the field. Linkus in motion again, 1st down and 10. Kirkpatrick bounces off one tackle, gets outside the hashes. There is a flag in the backfield. And once again, DC, not to sound like a broken record, but I do think that is holding, and it is coming back.
Yeah, it's definitely coming back. Kirkpatrick took kind of a weird hit right there. He landed on his leg. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
That doesn't look good. I'm not going to lie. That doesn't look good. I saw when he landed. He took a weird hit. There was a defensive player right in front of him, and there was a defensive player right behind him, and they crashed together, and his leg folded up underneath his body as he was landing. So it didn't really look like a good landing.
And out of respect for him, we will step aside. 2:26 left to go in the 3rd. Minerva up 7-0 on Marlington.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Holding is the call. Kirkpatrick able to walk off of the field, but DC, that's a big blow, and especially for a kid like Timmy Kirkpatrick, your heart goes out to him. As we've talked to him, we've interviewed him, he is such a good kid, and he plays the game the right way.
Yeah, most definitely. He does play the game the right way. A good football player, a hard runner, a lot of heart in the game, and you see it with every single run. Every time he touches the field, he's always trying to make something happen.
So first down in a Walmart parking lot for the Minerva Lions. Handoff up inside the hashes. And he will be able to get down to about the 42-yard line. Solid pickup on first down and long, but it stays long, but on second down now.
Yeah, Ethan Weaver right there on the run. Stays long, but it is closer to the first down now. Second down, just a good play, good run. Offensive coach for the Minerva Lions is trying to draw up something really well. Thank you for helping me out with that word as well. But he's trying to draw up something. Yeah, words are hard, especially calling and trying not to use the same thing every call. But you just see a lot of good stuff happening right now with the offensive coordinators. They're trying to get the ball up the middle as much as possible. Keep the ball running up the middle. But you see, Marlington's defense is doing a good job of crashing on the outside and forcing them to go towards the outside. So when you have your offensive line who's blocking towards the outside, but you have your defensive linemen and your defensive linebackers kind of crashing on the outside, that forces them to all kind of pile up in the middle. And once they pile up in the middle, you get people squeezing out, and then that's when your running back tries to cut out. So a lot of times it's kind of the opposite of what you think would happen. If you squeeze people on the outside, you should be going back inside. But there's already a defensive line, and there's already a stand up front. So that's just going to force you to go outside and kind of just go straight towards their attack of territory.
He might not be active tonight, DC, but Cam Evanich, he is talking to his quarterback on the sideline, Tyler Walder. That's a leader right there, trying to coach him up before he gets a big opportunity. Maybe the last one he has today to put Marlington on the board. Sweep here on second down and 19. Marlington, they shoot through the O-line, and it is another TFL. Caden Dine in on the hit along with Keegan Keller.
Yeah, two awesome players right there by the Marlington defense. Just some good plays up front as well. You got big 65, 75, 56, and 70 over there on the defensive line, and then you have a lot of other people doing well.
I just got word from Bryce on the sideline. Timmy Kirkpatrick is being assessed for an ankle sprain and a knee sprain.
Yeah, I'm telling you, his leg really folded up on him. It's amazing that we saw him walk up off the field. He got up and he walked off the field like a man would. So it's always nice to see a football player doing that.
If we can get any extra updates, we will on him. Third down and 23. The ball is on the ground, bouncing right back up to Minerva. There is a flag, and the ball carrier, Ethan Weaver, is spun down in the backfield again.
Yeah, their best course of action right now is going to go ahead and punt the ball off. Good defensive plays. Last three plays, great defensive plays by the Marlington Dukes. Minerva definitely needs to punt the ball off right now and give themselves another opportunity once they get the ball back to go down and score. Marlington, take this opportunity to put points on the board.
No, it's a face mask.
Oh, a face mask. Oh, Minerva's going down and getting the first. Wow, what a turn of events.
That is a big twist. Another wrinkle in the plot, DC.
Yeah.
Now a minute left to go in this third quarter, and the clock continues to run. It becomes third down and short all of a sudden. Third down and 3.
The third flag this quarter, the second one going from Minerva after we thought that it wasn't. So that's an amazing fact right there, a crazy stat.
So here we go, third down and 3 for the Minerva Lions. They have to get right behind the 26, and my goodness, there's another flag. It's a false start.
Yeah, that's the fourth one.
Unbelievable.
2 flags in a row. They just got 15 yards down the field. Now they're going back 5, so.
A lot of laundry on the field and a lot of laundry in my hamper, DC.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, somebody's got to go to the laundry, man, and just start cleaning up.
Me.
I think a lot of people on this stadium.
I'll tell you what, tomorrow morning before the soccer game, it's going to be laundry day.
Yeah, smells like Downy.
I don't think I use Downy. I use Melaleuca product. It's very good. I would recommend.
Oh.
Not sponsored, though.
Not sponsored.
3rd down and 8. It is Hawk, and he will be taken down just past the 35. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage, but did a nice job to scamper for a few extra after contact.
Yeah.
So here we go. It is going to be 4th down and medium, but it looks like Minerva is going to be able to run this one out to the 4th quarter. So back-to-back quarters of no scoring.
Can't have that happen, especially at the Dukes. You can't let your defense be on the field for this long. Like, I know you have penalties. I know it's hard for them to keep it going, but you just can't be on the field for this long.
12 minutes left to go in regulation, and we have a good one on homecoming night at Marlington. Minerva 7, the Dukes 0. Your score on SmeeSports.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Well, here we go, DC. It is 4th down and 7 for the Minerva Lions. Will they try and draw him offside? No. Kirkpatrick, he will roll out to his right. His pass is caught. Picks up a wide open Lion, and it is a first down for Minerva. Kendrick Keister with the reception.
Yeah, another great play by the Lions. A great pass. Like, we're not seeing a lot of passes right now, but your run game always sets up your passing game, and that's exactly what's going on right now. He was wide open, 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Easy pickup for a first down. Good play calls by the OC once again.
Only a Zach Slate's offense with Wing T would go away from it with a pass on 4th down and pick it up. Back to the action, 1st down and 10, handoff. I believe it is Weaver, and he gets maybe one on the play.
Yeah, a little trip up right there as the quarterback handed the ball off. He gets one on the play. The quarterback had nothing to do with them only getting 1 yard on the play. I think there was just a bunch of defensive linemen from the Marlington Dukes suffocating one area, and the running back ran that ball into that area. But as a running back coach, that's exactly what you want to see.
So now 2nd down and 10, and every single play, 40 extra seconds come off of that clock, DC. Minerva, they want to play the short game, and if Marlington scores a touchdown late, they could go for 2 to try and win it. Handoff here on 2nd down, and it is a modest gain on the play, but better than first down. And Minerva, I think they wanted a foul to be called on Marlington, but they will not win their appeal. It'll be 3rd down and short, but as we've seen so far today, DC, it's 3rd down, but with 4th down, a guaranteed go for it, assuming nothing crazy happens.
Yeah, Timmy right there, Timmy Kirkpatrick kind of shuffling his way to get a few more yards. If he turns his body up towards the field and he gets those feet moving and he actually starts to sprint up the field, that's an easy first down running through somebody's face. And
he is back in.
Yeah, he's back. He ran the ball last play.
So here is 3rd down and 5, man in motion. It is another sweet play for the Minerva Lions, and they will get to the edge. They will get the first down, and they get down to about the 6. Another explosive run by Minerva, this time courtesy of Lane Hawk.
Yeah, and you can expect more runs like that from that man. Just an amazing job trying to bounce out and seeing that he didn't have anything up front. And the play was actually supposed to go out just like that. I can't keep beating the dead thing, whatever.
That horse.
Yeah. Come on now, OC, keep doing your job.
But there is an injured Duke on the ground, and we will step aside as he is treated.
The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Welcome back to Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio. 10:14 left to go in regulation. Minerva 7, Marlington 0. Your score here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Score update: Green up 20-14 on Louisville, and we will just continue going down the line. McKinley up 17-14 on Lake. As for Northwest and Tuslaw, Tuslaw's in it. 13-12 Northwest though. As for Hoover, and Perry, 35-14. But back to the action we go here on first down and goal. It's a sweep. It is Linkus taking it up the hashes, and he will dive past the 5, getting down to the 4. And as well, score update, a closer one than anticipated. Jackson 14, Glen Oak 7. Interesting there. And then 34-14 West Branch over Alliance. Some good score updates in there, DC. Obviously, some interesting games tonight. Some big games with playoff implications.
Yeah.
Especially Green, they got to get that win over Louisville.
Yeah, they do, and I feel like that's possible. That really is possible. You know, just have that energy, keep on coming to the game, and keep on, doing exactly what you're doing to start to be winning right now.
Well, here we go. Second down and goal. It is Linkus trying to get out to the edge, but he will be denied. A shoestring tackle by the Marlington Dukes. Yet again, it is Cadillac Cole.
Yeah, Cole Jones right there with a shoestring tackle right there, just an ankle biter. You know, if you keep on tackling Nate Linkus like that, he might turn into a train and just start going, because he's also another strong runner. He's also one of those guys that once he gets hot and once he gets going, like once he gets his feet on the ground, you can't stop him. So stopping him up front like that is the best thing you can do.
Third down and goal, handoff. It is going to be Timmy Kirkpatrick, and he is taken down at the 3. Decision time for Zach Slate and Minerva.
Yeah. Honestly, right there, hand the ball off to Linkus. Give it to him again. You know, you got to feed the beast. You got to feed the beast, you know, or don't feed him, and he's not going to be hungry. So when he does get the ball.
You, but Minerva's thing is unleashing the beast.
Yeah, unleash the beast, feed the beast. Nate is the beast. I mean, that's the guy that you want to give to the ball, or you want to give the ball to, you know, and just keep letting him get yards. Keep letting him produce and get positive yards on the play.
Here it is, fourth down and goal. Marlington, they desperately need a stop. Kirkpatrick, he will hand off. It is Nate Linkus, and Linkus is stopped short. Marlington comes up clutch with a massive stop, and the offense will get the ball back with 8:08 to play.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed right there. They needed to stop right there. Now they just got to get out of the red zone. They got to get out of their own territory like this and just keep moving down the field. Get that wing tee, get those running backs start going again, and air raid. Like, pass the ball. Y'all been doing amazing passing the ball sideline to sideline. Like I said, Minerva's defense has to be able to go sideline to sideline.
And I do have another injury update from the sideline. Number 25 on Minerva, that is Ethan Weaver. He is being taped up for an ankle sprain right now. We will see if he does come back in the game or not.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back in the game and starts to be a threat.
Speaking of threat, Marlington, they have to be one here. First down and 10 at their own 2. 98 yards in front of Walder and this offense. It is going to be a trips right set with the running back off to the left side. Strength still right. And now there it is, a true trips setup with the running back on the right side as well. Walder, he will drop back, has some extra protection. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Schick was close to an INT for Minerva, and there was also one other line in the vicinity, and I think that was El Massey.
Yeah, good defensive call by Minerva. Man, you're in the right spot to get an interception, but the quarterback makes a good throw. As a wide receiver, you got to catch that. You got to get out of that position. You're right by the end zone. You know, you're only 2-3 yards away from the end zone. You got to get out of there.
And now they are still at their own 2 on second down and 10. They will hand this one off, and there is some space here for the running back, and he is loose. Tons of space for Marlington. It is Blaze Hard, one man to beat. It is Owen Schick, and Schick will track him down. What a big run, and this game has flipped on its head.
Yeah, what a huge run right there by Marlington. Just, man, like, you would love to see stuff like that. The pass game didn't work. The first run didn't work, and now they get all the way down the field. A 60-yard run, no, 73-yard run right there by Marlington. Man, I mean, that's just amazing right there. You love to see it.
And all of a sudden, all of the fans are back into this one. They are intrigued. It's still a trip set up on 1st down and 10 at the 28 of Minerva. Once again, handoff. It is going to be Horn. And Horn is able to bumble his way past the 25 down to the 23 of Minerva.
Yeah.
Welcome to a new ball game, DC.
Yeah, look, the whole energy changed. Even here in the press box, people yelling. Down there in the stands, I saw a lot of movement, a lot of yelling. Down there on the field, the sideline was jumping up and down. It is a new game. It is a new game in the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd down and a couple for the Marlington Dukes. 2nd down and 5. Walder, quick pass. It is caught by Cole Jones at the 15, and he will duck down to maybe get an extra yard on top of it. Either way, that'll move the chains. Marlington 15 yards away from the end zone.
Yeah, using that pass game to try to get the 1st down. Got the 1st down. Now they're right there, right by the end zone. If they're able to get into the end zone right there, this game will change. And they have to make that extra point too. You know, you can't miss that field goal once you score.
So here we go now, 1st down and 10. They got to get something here. Once again, it's a handoff, but Minerva, they are on him. Horn, he is spun down, and he is going to just get back to the line of scrimmage. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. Unable to try to get the 1st down right there. Unable to even get a yard on the play. It looked good for a second. He got wrapped up. He got out of the wrap, got out of the tackle, and then another Lion came and tried to eat. You know, he tried to clean up the mess. Keep getting up the field, guys. Keep getting up the field. Your running backs are doing great.
So 2nd down and 10, Walter going on the hard count, and now we'll get the play call from the sideline. The Dukes 3-4. They need a win here to keep their playoff hopes ever slim alive. Handoff. It is going to be Dine, and Dine is going to force his way to about the 11-yard line. So it is going to be 3rd down and medium, I believe 3rd down and 6. You got to get the ball down to Minerva's 5.
Get it down. Right now you're in field goal territory. You are in field goal territory. You have to keep that in the back of your head because you want to go and score. There's only 5 minutes and 40 seconds left within this 4th quarter. So getting into the end zone is not the end of the ball game, but it'll definitely bring up a whole new factor.
So now 3rd down and 6. Low snap. Walder rolling out to his left. Has a man open. Pass is incomplete. He is out of the end zone. That is Williamson, very close, but you could tell in stride he was not in.
No, he was not in. And honestly, even if he did catch the ball, he wouldn't have gotten a foot down. But what a great scheme right there. I mean, you got a player coming from across the field who was barely getting blocked by that back safety. So a good pass, a good read by the quarterback. You know, you see your number 2 receiver get out there and get wide. You know, he's trying to get to that corner. If he gets to the corner, he's making that play.
Well, here we go. 4th down and 6. You got to have something here if you are Walder and the offense. 3 does you no good. A whistle blows, and a timeout has been called.
Just a good drive right there. You know, that big run really put a lot of energy right back into the Marlington Dukes. Man, Smee, what do you think is going to go on right now? Do you think they'll go ahead and go for the field goal, or do you think they'll go ahead and go for the touchdown?
You can't. You just use one of your timeouts there. That tells me you're not going to try and play the clock game at all. You got to go for something that gets you to the 5. I don't think you take a shot at the end zone here. I think that's the wrong choice.
Yeah.
But how do you do it? I would say maybe a slant, but at the same time, Cole Jones is your best active receiver. He has been active. I think you got to try and get him the ball here in stride.
Yeah, me too. I think that's smart. I think that's kind of the best available option that they have. Unless they feel like they can get to the ball on the outside going towards their sideline, which is also towards the field. Unless they can do that, you never know what's going to happen. I doubt, like I said, I doubt they're going to go for the field goal. But, yeah, getting to the 5-yard line is the most subsequential thing that's going to happen in this game. That will honestly probably produce an outcome for this game. If they do get the ball back, they may get the ball back with about 1 to 2 minutes left, and that's honestly not enough time for their type of offense to produce a good drive to score.
Well, already twice today, Marlington has been stopped on 4th down. It is a doubles right setup here, man in motion for the Dukes. Walter, he has to have it here. He will take a shot at the end zone. Pass is broken up. It is incomplete, and it is a turnover on downs. The 3rd stop today on 4th down for Minerva.
Yeah, Owen Schick just lucky enough to be in the right spot. Great read, and that's what we're talking about, being in the film room. You only make plays like that on a 4th down whenever the crowd is going crazy. You know, your stadium pulse is going right there. Man, you just look and you see the offensive spread. You see those guys moving. Once you see that quarterback roll out and he's already in the right spot, he's just hopping. He's sitting there and he sees the ball thrown. All he has to do is back up a little bit, and he was smart enough to know that he can't intercept this ball too, because if he does, they won't be in the right spot. Now, if he did and took a knee, they would be at the 25, but now they're at the 12, and it's their ball.
You got to bat that ball down. You can't take any chances there, DC.
No, well, if you do, you get that knee down, and now you're at the 25.
And now a timeout has been called. A lot of things going on, and probably for the last time in this game during regulation, we will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors. 5:18 left to go. Minerva up 7-0 on the Marlington Dukes.
No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
5:18 left to go in regulation, DC. What a game we were blessed with tonight.
Right.
I mean, 7-0 Minerva on top of Marlington. Minerva, they just have to do the basics, and then they would get their first EBC win in a long, long time. First down at 10 at the 12. Handoff to get things underway. But the Dukes right there to swarm the ball carrier. That is Timmy Kirkpatrick. And another question is, how much more can he take as a bruising back?
Something I did not think about right now is how the running backs have been having such a good game. But if Marlington gets a 4th and out right now, they get the ball with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and then they can fester up a good drive. 3 minutes and 30 seconds for their offense is something that can happen. Right now, Minerva's offense right now is they're looking really, really good. So both teams have an opportunity to take this home.
Hypothetical for you. You score a touchdown. Do you go for 2 to win it?
No.
So second
you're
down.
going to overtime.
So second down, and I believe 12. Handoff again. It's Timmy Kirkpatrick, and Timmy Kirkpatrick breaks a couple of tackles, and he will move the chains for a first down, still chugging along, getting to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's looking like Ashton Jaunty a little bit right there. Just kept going, kept breaking tackles. You know, somebody who can keep moving their feet, somebody who is just a good running back, and somebody who can just make a play out of nothing. As soon as they get hit at the line of scrimmage, get past the line of scrimmage and get about 5 yards before they get hit again, and then get more yards after that is Timmy Kirk. So maybe my player of the game type of a game he's having right now.
We will have to give that award out once this one is done, as today it is the SmeeSports Player of the Game. Make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break, and then we will announce that player. First down at 10, ball spotted at the 30-yard line for the Minerva Lions. It is Cannon Kirkpatrick under center. Linkus in motion. He will take it on the far side, getting some space, and he will be taken down at around the 37-yard line. A solid pickup once again from the Minerva Lions. This time, Nate Linkus.
Yeah, just another good play by Linkus. They're just making yards right now. They're trying to run the clock. You can see what's happening right now. The head coaches and the coaches are all starting to talk to each other on the sideline about how they're going to be watching film going into the next game. And, you know, during this play right now, Marlington, they're looking to punch. You got to start looking how you can turn the ball over on defense and get the ball right back in your hands.
Very true. You got to be careful here if you are the Minerva Lions still. You just got to keep the chains moving, get a few more first downs, and then wing T-ball would prevail again. It's Linkus yet again getting the ball. He will get the first down, and that moves the chains once again here, DC.
Yeah, Marlington, you can't go for those leg tackles like that. You got to start wrapping up top and punching the ball out. Like I said, man, Minerva is a team that suffers with cramps, not being so hydrated, and turning the ball over with either fumbles or interceptions. We haven't seen interceptions today, but you can force a fumble but just by punching that ball and punching at the arms that the ball is in. So if you do stuff like that and you just kind of keep on trying to produce on defense, and then don't let them get past the line of scrimmage. You got to stop them right here.
Skylar Lab with the only touchdown in this game, and as things stand, that will be the only word offensively for either team. First down and 10, handoff. It is Timmy Kirkpatrick bouncing outside the numbers, and he is using his brute force to his advantage, getting a few extra after contact. It'll be a gain of about maybe 6 on the play, and we will have a timeout called. Marlington starting to stop the clock.
Yeah, not really able to do a whole lot right there. They just got 7 yards on that play. 2 minutes and so many seconds left in this game. The clock's going to keep winding down. They keep getting first downs. All they're going to have to do is take a knee once it hits 1 minute and 14 seconds. 1 minute and 15 seconds. They're just going to be able to take that knee if they get another first down right here.
And if you're Marlington, you came up short on so many different plays. You look at those 3/4 downs. That's the game right there.
Yeah. Man, you gotta finish out those. You got to finish out those drives. You have to with the touchdown. The score should be 21-7 right now. Honestly, Marlington should be up 21-7, but they couldn't finish their drives. They kept getting stopped in the red zone. They had 2 red zone stops on the right side and then 1 right over here. That was really the most crucial because they were on the 3-yard line. Got to finish.
And we talked about it earlier. No Cam Evanich. That's a big story right now.
Yeah. I mean, your main guy is out. He's the high flyer of the team, but they've been working well around him. And the score is only 7-0 right now. Literally anything can change. This is still a football game, people. Anything can change.
So 2nd down and 4. Marlington, they need a TFL here. Handoff, it is Timmy Kirkpatrick bouncing to the outside, and he has another first down. Minerva edging ever closer to a massive EBC win.
Yeah, let the clock keep running out. Let the clock do what it has to do. Minerva's thinking right now, if we let the clock keep going, man, they can't do anything to stop our run game. I don't even know who's in right now. That's what Minerva's thinking. We don't even know who's in there right now. We don't even care. We just want to keep on moving the ball down the field and let the clock run.
And the clock is just going to continue to tick. They don't have to snap the ball until 1:50.
Yeah, they don't.
1 more first down, and I think this one is done.
Most definitely. Once they get past the 40, it's over with.
So 1st down and 10. Link is in motion, and they will snap it. Handoff, it is Timmy Kirkpatrick, and he will dive forward for a pickup of 2 and an immediate timeout called by Marlington. And I would agree there. But DC, even if they get the ball back, they're not going to have really any time. You drill 80 more seconds off the clock. That's a minute 20. You have 31 seconds. You add on the plays itself, you'll have maybe 20 seconds left to make a Hail Mary happen, which obviously we've seen crazy things happen. Marlington, I think they have the pieces in place to at least get a couple hook and ladders down.
We're not going to see anything like that. We're going to see
the last play.
Yeah, the last. Okay, say if Marlington does get the last play and they get the chance to go and score again. They're not going to do any Hail Mary plays like that. They're going to go for a screenplay. They're going to go for a screenplay right up towards the sideline, and they're going to try to put 4 blockers right in front of that wide receiver, and everybody else is just going to have to hold their own. They're going to have to hold their own water right at the line of scrimmage. 4 offensive linemen right at the line of scrimmage, 3 wide receivers going out to block, and that extra offensive lineman going out to block right there with him.
So 2nd down and 8. Minerva realistically 8 yards away from getting the win tonight. Link is in motion. Handoff, Timmy Kirkpatrick, and he is going to get close to the first down marker. Give him about 7.
Another flag on the play.
And if this is holding, that is huge. That does stop the clock as well, DC.
Yeah, that is huge. It depends on which way this is going. This could actually ignite a fire in Marlington on which way this is going.
If it's on Marlington, the game's done.
Yeah, the game's over. Because then now they're so close to the first down, all they have to do is run the ball once, get the first down, and then hit a knee. And now the game's over. Because if they do get the ball back, they get the ball back for about 35 seconds. Oh, wow. Oh.
And that might do it.
No, face mask on Minerva. Oh, no, on Marlington. I'm sorry. Yeah, on Marlington, going towards them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Once again,
that gives them the first down.
Once again, a
Once
penalty.
they snap the ball right here, the clock's going to be running.
Killer penalty after killer penalty tonight.
I think this may be in the 11th or 12th penalty of the game.
I believe it. I mean, a
Of the
lot
game.
of crazy things have happened tonight for Marlington. But Minerva, they are on the cusp of their first victory over Marlington since 2011.
Yeah.
How about that? The clock is running. First down and 10. And it is victory formation. Linkus, he is going to be the deep man to make sure this one doesn't go awry. One knee. DC, it's a magical time here for the Minerva Lions.
They just need one more to get it going. That's all they need is one more to get it going. Get those buses started. Get those buses started.
What a win. And Minerva, for the first time in a long while, will have at least a 500 season.
Wow. Wow. Just another opportunity, and once they play Alliance, you never know. They're looking good tonight. Alliance kept up with West Branch way better than Minerva.
Let's talk Carrollton.
Carrollton? Bet.
Minerva Carrollton. Minerva Alliance, I still am not convinced.
You're not convinced?
Well, here we go. They need
I
to
don't
wait
know.
one more second here. One more knee. There it is from Cannon Kirkpatrick. And the Minerva Lions, looking at the play clock, are done.
Yeah,
that will do
that'll
it.
do it.
The Minerva Lions come into Alliance, Ohio, and upset the Marlington Dukes. Your final at Duke Stadium, Minerva 7, Marlington 0. Zach Slate, take a bow. You have changed the culture at Minerva, and your boys are 5-3.
Yeah.
4-96 in the prior 10 seasons. Minerva football, they are back.
Yeah, they're back in action, beating teams that they haven't beaten in so long, going and getting those records that they haven't gotten in so long. The energy and the entire culture has changed, and they are going to erupt in joy once they get back on that bus, once they get back home, going to sleep tonight, but then they have to get right back to work tomorrow morning.
And you see them at the end of the handshake line. DC, they are loving this one. I mean, what do you think this means for this community? They have been waiting for a winner for so long now, and they finally have it again.
I think this means a lot to the community, and just being a senior on this Minerva squad right now has to mean everything as well. You know, you get back to your community and you say, yeah, I was the one that went on that team, and no matter what you say, we started our winning streak right back since 2011 it was, since they had a winning streak, and they started it right back. So just an amazing thing, an amazing stat to say.
Nearly 14 years ago was the last time that Minerva beat Marlington. Reset the count. Make it 0 days since they have won.
Yeah.
7-0 your final at Duke Stadium. Do stay with us after our final commercial break as we will unpack this one and announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports, as you are watching OHSAA football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics.
Welcome back to Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio. Your final tonight, Minerva 7, Marlington 0. What a win for the Lions. For the first time since October 7th, 2011, Minerva has beaten the Marlington Dukes. DC currently getting us our final stats, and we will take a quick look through those to see how things happen. Obviously, Skylar Lab had the 2-yard rushing touchdown. That was the only touchdown today. But looking at the rushing yards and the total stats, Minerva 19 first downs, Marlington 9. 53 rushes today for the Lions, 271 yards, 18 for the Dukes, 148 yards. Receptions 2 for 44, Marlington 9 for 76. Then you go to individual players, as that is where we want to look at for player of the game. Timmy Kirkpatrick, 24 rushes, 171 yards. The touchdown does go to Skylar Lab, 4 rushes, 23 yards. Who do we give player of the game to, DC?
I'm going to let you go ahead and start first.
No.
You want me to start first?
You're starting first.
Okay, baby. So, you got to go with the stats. I'm not going to lie. You got to go with the stats. Timmy Kirkpatrick just had an amazing game today. And we were just, referencing him to Cam Scatterbo the entire game, just lowering that head, lowering those shoulders, and trying to make something happen with the ball. And almost every freaking play he did. So I got to give it to Timmy Kirkpatrick.
And in my opinion, I think it's close. The touchdown does carry a lot of weight, DC. We obviously do know that. You know what? We have our WRMU counterparts off to our right. Gentlemen, who would you say is player of the game, Lab or Kirkpatrick?
Timmy Kirkpatrick. Yeah, Kirkpatrick. For sure.
Your player of the game presented by SmeeSports is Timmy Kirkpatrick. There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. 24 rushes, 171
yards. Bryce had a little bit of an inquiry on this. I want to hear what you had to say. What do you have to say, man?
Kirkpatrick all the way, player of the game.
Yep, your player of the game presented by SmeeSports. It's Timmy Kirkpatrick. Once again, 24 rushes, 171 yards. He was great today. Cannon, a big pass to Owen Schick, set up that touchdown. But back to Minerva, man. 14 years, almost to the day, since they beat these guys. Wow.
Yeah, you really don't have much to say besides the legend is creeping back in. And the myth is creeping back in to turn it right into a legend. Just an amazing culture that's trying to be sub-created right back again by Zach Slates. What an amazing coach. What an amazing OC and DC on the Minerva Lions. They had an exceptional game tonight, and I feel like they have a long career if they keep this type of work up.
And I'll tell you what, the moment he gets back to Minerva High School and lays down on that air mattress tonight, he is going to be in dreamland, as Minerva should be tonight. 5-3, 500 or better for the first time in a very long time. This football program, they are back, and they, I believe, DC, are here to stay. Marlington, it's tough. You don't have Cam Evanich. They fought really hard today. Their freshman quarterback, Walter, he did good. Both running backs, Horn and Dine, both with great games. But the way this cookie crumbles, it favors Skylar Lab, and it favors the Minerva defense that forced 3 fourth down stops today. And that was the difference in the game. Could have been 21-7.
Yeah.
But 7-0 is your final.
It should have been 21-7. You can't get stopped in the red zone like that 3 different times. You just can't get stopped in the red zone like that. I mean, you had so many opportunities to tie the game up and then get ahead, but you let those opportunities fall right through the crack. So next time you got to go back into the film room, and you got to see where things went wrong. You got to see where things could have been better. You got to see what player, what position, and what scheme that you were running that needs to be fixed, because that can't happen again.
Either way, to stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram at SmeeSports, on Twitter at SmeeFest2024, on LinkedIn at SmeeSports LLC, and same with Facebook, SmeeSports LLC. As well, make sure you go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, but it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports. Our goal is 5,250 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So make sure if you're new, you go down below, you hit that notification bell, you hit that red button first, and you join on with SmeeSports. Our next broadcast right now officially is Wednesday, Alliance and Madison Soccer, 7 p.m. kickoff for some playoff action. No Friday night lights next week, as I have a volleyball game. Then after that, Holy Name Padua on 10/24. The Parma Holy War wraps up our regular season. We could have a Minerva volleyball game this Tuesday for the playoffs, but we will see if that happens or not. Then it's off to winter. Hockey's our first broadcast, I believe. That'll be Holy Name and Padua hockey the Saturday before Thanksgiving. But either way, it has been a fun ride for football out in Stark County. Still a chance we see Alliance in the playoffs, as that would be a great game to call. I believe their first home game, maybe ever, for football, at least in a long time under the new format. So we're hoping to get to see that in a few weeks' time. But that'll do it for us here at Duke Stadium. Your final, Minerva 7, Marlington 0. For Daniel Clark, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Alliance, Ohio, and we will see you again next time. And as well, happy birthday once again to Mr. Bryce Fisher. But this has been OHSAA Football on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.